Tensions running high everywhere, not just here at the sold-out Gund Arena in Cleveland.
Rob Van Dam.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the World Wrestling Federation Hardcore Championship. Introducing first the challenger, representing ECW, weighing 235 pounds, Rob Van Dam.
Well, Van Dam's already made an impact just moments ago. From behind, he assaulted Matt Hardy with a steel chair as Matt was talking to his brother Jeff about Jeff's hardcore title defense against Van Dam.
Come on! Well, I'll tell you what, JR. Rob Van Dam perhaps targeting Matt Hardy. Perhaps the right thing to do, because now you take Matt Hardy out of the equation in a matchup where there are no disqualifications.
Hardcore title on the line. Van Dam, a Battle Creek, Michigan native. Martial arts background, has uncanny flexibility. He has also a very unorthodox offensive style and was the ECW TV champion 23 months.
Weighing 218 pounds, the World Wrestling Federation Hardcore Champion, Jeff Hardy.
Well, Jeff Hardy, all business here tonight. Hardcore title on the line. No holds barred, balls count anywhere. But I think Jeff is thinking about his brother, the victim of that attack with the chair by Rob Van Dam.
Well, Jeff better get those thoughts out of his mind, because Van Dam is too dangerous not to have your total focus on the challenger for the hardcore title. Look at that flexibility and this, oh man, what a shot.
He is sensational, he is spectacular, Rob Van Dam. However, you can use those adjectives to describe the WWF Hardcore Champion, Jeff Hardy, as well.
Jeff Hardy blocking the suplex attempt. Van Dam, an ECW competitor, and he has drawn the first blood as far as getting a partisan chant from the ECW faithful here in the Gund Arena. There's not a lot of them, but they're very loud.
Well, Rob Van Dam, known for his egotism, known to be boastful, and it cost him there as Jeff Hardy countered from behind.
Jeff Hardy has had a great spring, defeating Triple H for the Intercontinental title in April, won the light heavyweight title in June, the hardcore title in July.
And don't forget the number of times he and his brother have held the tag team championships. Jeff Hardy up over the top of Rob Van Dam. Van Dam is extremely flexible, but if there is anyone who is Rob Van Dam's peer in flexibility, it's that man, Jeff Hardy.
Rob Van Dam's ego got the better of him there, and he paid for it. Van Dam's certainly full of himself, and some would say rightfully so. He may be the hidden crown jewel in the entire coalition weaponry.
Well, that hidden crown jewel just received a compactor by Jeff Hardy, and Rob Van Dam kicks out.
Hardcore title on the line, meaning pinfalls count anywhere. There can be no disqualifications and can be no countouts.
It was July 9th, JR, the year 2001, just a couple of weeks ago. Ooh! Rob Van Dam and Tommy Dreamer coming through the crowd, making an impact as ECW reformed on Raw is War. Here's the cover by Rob Van Dam, and Hardy gets the shoulder up.
Van Dam may have wasted a second or two, again with the ego, and he got a 2 count. You do the math.
Jeff Hardy, the hardcore champion, in trouble, head first.
Great strength to do that.
And Rob Van Dam off the ropes, up over the top, and lands on the sternum of Jeff Hardy.
This guy's an amazing athlete.
Cover, kick out by Jeff Hardy before the count of 3. A rather unorthodox hardcore match, wouldn't you say here, JR?
Yeah, we haven't seen any of the obligatory weapons and stop signs and kitchen sinks and the like.
Ooh. Rob Van Dam's style has been compared to the competitor, so to speak, in that movie, The Matrix. He flows through the ring, seemingly in slow motion, but he is as quick as a cat.
And he drinks the Kool-Aid.
Of course, of Paul Heyman. Rob Van Dam, top rope. Jeff Hardy countered, and Rob Van Dam bounces head first off the barricade.
Nothing fancy about that counter, but it was very effective.
And Jeff Hardy, with some important time to regroup, catches breath.
23-year-old Jeff Hardy. Next to Earl Hebner, maybe the most eligible bachelor in the entire WWF. Made a nice move there and bought himself a little bit of time, which may have been more important than the move itself, because Jeff had been in a bad way.
Take another look. Rob Van Dam, top rope. Jeff Hardy counted. Look at the impact off the barricade. Jeff Hardy looking to scale the barricade. Rob Van Dam met him in midair. Hardy lost his balance. Van Dam took advantage.
Van Dam Jeff Hardy landed on that exposed concrete floor on the outside. Big difference. A great wherewithal by Rob Van Dam, who knew exactly, seemingly, what Jeff Hardy was going to do.
Rob Van Dam not too in love with himself, posing to the camera, giving the #1 sign. This is a hardcore match. Pinfalls count anywhere in this arena. They could count out of the streets of Cleveland, over across the street to Jacobs Field, anywhere. And Rob Van Dam in control, the hardcore champion Jeff Hardy.
Here's Jim Corderas. Oh! And nice reversal by Jeff Hardy.
No padding on that barricade.
Oh, not at all. And Van Dam again. Having a chance here.
Knocking Hardy down. You can feel the crowd, the tension here. And
it's amazing. There's no mats. There's nothing but concrete.
And here's the cover to the new hardcore champion. And Hardy just gets the shoulder up.
Look at this athleticism here. We talk about a risk taker. We talk about the Hardys being daredevils their entire career. And perhaps Rob Van Dam is going to raise the daredevil level to new heights.
We talked about pride being on the line here tonight at Invasion. This is the only title on the line here at the Gund Arena in Cleveland. And how important would it be to this upstart coalition of ECW, WCW if Rob Van Dam could take it away from Jeff Hardy?
Yeah, if ECW, WCW group wins the only title match, but it's a WWF title, which makes it even more sweet.
Jeff Hardy on the barricade by Rob Van Dam, and this unorthodox Rob Van Dam continues the assault on the hardcore champion.
Oh, look out here. Jeff Hardy hanging up there.
Rob Van Dam off the apron and a kick to the back.
A spinning heel kick by Van Dam. He may have hurt his knee there, but that's the risk you run when you take those kind of chances.
Rob Van Dam favoring the right knee as he came off the apron quickly into the cover. Here it is, there's one, there's two, and Hardy gets the shoulder up. You see the ego of Rob Van Dam, but he backs it up. He backs those words up.
He's a hell of an athlete, is Rob Van Dam, having words now with the WWF referee. Van Dam, that spinning heel kick off the edge of the ring apron, rather.
Can you feel the emotion here tonight, JR? It's been like a pendulum, swinging from one side to the other all night long. Early on, it was WWF. Lately, it's been ECW, WCW as Rob Van Dam takes it back.
RVD loves to hear his name, his initials called. Yeah, he's got an ego, but as we said, he backs it up more often than not. And the WWF Hardcore title on the line here.
Well, Rob Van Dam got hung up in the apron. Jeff Hardy up over the top rope. Sunset flip. Oh, you can feel and hear that impact.
The air turned right out of Rob Van Dam. That was turned into almost a power bomb by Jeff Hardy.
Now Jeff Hardy perhaps looking for some tools, but listen to this impact. Jeff Hardy with a tool perhaps he knows better than any other. The ladder.
Tables, ladders, and chairs. The Hardys they made their reputation in those matches along with other great teams. But Jeff Hardy, as you said, Michael, knows full well how to use very effectively this ladder, and this is one big ladder.
That's got to be 20 feet in the air. And Jeff Hardy with a shot to the ribs. Van Dam still suffering the effects of that power bomb. Jeff Hardy.
Oh God, where's it going?
To the top of the ladder. What in the world is he going to do up there?
Van Dam is up.
And Van Dam into the ring. Where's he going?
As far away from that ladder as he can get is what I would suggest.
You saw him wipe his brow. Van Dam, look at this, trying to grab the ladder, forcing Jeff Hardy perhaps to lose his balance. Hardy hanging on for dear life here. The ladder tipping. Hardy in trouble. Hardy right onto that concrete off the top of the ladder.
That rampway gave you no give whatsoever. And you see a little piece of carpet there. That's for the aesthetics. There's no give. There's no, well, they learned to fall. Learn to fall in my big Oklahoma butt. How do you learn to fall off a 20-foot ladder?
And watch Jeff Hardy's knee twist as he hits, and you can hear the impact. And now, as Jeff Hardy's in trouble, RVD grabs a steel chair.
This is a hardcore matchup. Anything goes. There's no disqualifications, and there can be no countouts either.
And the WWF Hardcore title is on the line. Jeff Hardy from the World Wrestling Federation, RVD from WCW, ECW.
As versed as Jeff Hardy is with the ladder, you saw there, Van Dam was equally versed. by utilizing a chair. But now Jeff Hardy has got the chair that Van Dam brought into play.
Van Dam made his name by being extreme, but Jeff Hardy is bringing the extreme to RVD tonight.
Jeff Hardy limping. How's he even able to stand? Is what I want to know. But look at Jeff Hardy with his WWF Hardcore title on the line.
This is also about pride. As Jeff Hardy, steel chair in hand. And look at that! That's the Van Daminator! And Jeff Hardy went flying off the stage!
My God, Jeff Hardy caught the Van Daminator, and then he went to the concrete, right off the staging, all the way down.
Rob Van Dam with a tremendous counter. And Jeff Hardy went flying off the stage. Take another look. The impact. The chair off the head of Jeff Hardy and the momentum taking Hardy to the floor below.
And Van Dam, he can cover Jeff Hardy wherever Jeff Hardy and the pieces of Jeff Hardy may be lying.
Van Dam, well aware of that, rolls into that pit area underneath the stage.
Yeah, nothing but concrete down there.
And Jeff Hardy tossed back up on the stage by Rob Van Dam.
And that's been a hell of a match. Jeff Hardy, he's having a hard time even standing, but now Van Dam has got that steel chair, just as legal as a headlock in this sort of match.
Falls count anywhere. Van Dam delivers the shot to the sternum. Here's the cover. Good avenue. Hardcore champion. No. Jeff Hardy with the resilience to the heart, kicking out.
Jeff Hardy fighting for every WWF fan.
Rob Van Dam in control. That smile on his face has turned to a look perhaps of frustration. Van Dam perhaps believing he had Jeff Hardy defeated there.
Jeff Hardy, you got to wonder how much more can withstand here. And I think Van Dam's going to maybe ask those same questions and make sure it can't be much more.
A lot on the line for Paul Heyman here as well. I'll tell you, Paul Heyman kicked to the midsection, and Rob Van Dam, steel chair in hand.
Jeff Hardy is bleeding. He's been opened up.
Oh!
And a Van Daminator grabbing that chair right into the cranium.
And you can see that blood trickling from the forehead of Jeff Hardy. Rob Van Dam, high risk taker, top rope, Hardy countered, legs to the midsection.
Jeff Hardy had one of Van Dam's signature maneuvers, well scouted. DDT! Oh, DDT that long.
Here's the cover, hook of the leg, he's got it, no! Van Dam kicks out, Hardy again, into the cover, again hooks the leg, and again a kick out.
Van Dam to show us how tough he is. I was standing down, and look at that move. Right.
And there's the DDT that planted Rob Van Dam. And Jeff Hardy continues the assault in what has been a hotly, I'll tell you, competitive matchup. Here's the cover. Hardy rolls him over. They have the nose. Van Dam kicks out.
What a suplex by Jeff Hardy, but Van Dam got folded up like an accordion, but he's still competing here.
For someone like Rob Van Dam, this is his chance to be on center stage. He knows what's at stake. So does Jeff Hardy, not wanting to lose that title to ECW, WCW. Jeff Hardy, shot to the chin of Rob Van Dam.
Well, these two young men could lead their respective companies into the future, main event after main event, as time goes on.
Jeff Hardy, top rope, crowd on its feet at the Gund Arena. Jeff, swanton! Rob Van Dam had it scouted and rolled out of the way.
It was all or nothing for Jeff Hardy and the swanton bomb. If Jeff would have hit it, you've got to believe it would definitely have been over.
And there's that hardcore title on the chest of Jeff Hardy, extremely legal. As Rob Van Dam, top rope. Van Dam stalking his opponent. Here it is, 5-star frog splash.
Right on the hardcore title, right in the sternum of Jeff Hardy. Van Dam hurt himself, but he hurt Jeff Hardy more.
The cover, and Van Dam wins it. Van Dam has won the WWF Hardcore title.
And new World Wrestling Federation Hardcore Champion, Rob Van Dam.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a hell of a match. I don't know how many stars you want to give that at home. I gotta believe that was one of the finest matches I've seen in a long, long time. What an effort, what an outing for both these young men who put it all on the line, took every chance in the book. Well, Jeff Hardy is ready. He's ready for the match of his life. A career-defining match. And we're gonna see it live.
It better be the match of his life, JR. It may literally be the match of his life.
The following contest is a ladder match, and it is for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Introducing first, weighing in at 328 pounds, he is the WWE Undisputed Champion, The Undertaker.
It'll be the damnest train wreck in history, or the biggest upset in history. Whatever, we'll see it live next. We are live, ladies and gentlemen, here on Raw, ready for one of the most unorthodox, and without a doubt, one of the most aggressively booked undisputed title matches in WWE history. A ladder match for the Undisputed Championship, and there you see the title hanging high above the ring. King, there's only one way to get there, and that's by the use of the ladder.
Well, this match was Jeff Hardy's idea, and rightfully so. He's used to these type of matches. This is the first one ever for The Undertaker.
The challenger from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 218 pounds, Jeff Hardy.
In this matchup, there will be no pinfalls. There will be no submissions. There are no disqualifications nor no countouts. Only one way to win, and that's by climbing the ladder and securing the Undisputed Championship belt that hangs high above the center of the ring. There is no doubt that Jeff Hardy is extreme. He is very extreme.
He's gonna have to be. Oh, wait a minute. Don't be that extreme now, Jeff. Don't make a stupid. What is he doing, JR?
It's obvious to me that Jeff Hardy's trying to get in the Undertaker's head. And I think he has. And, oh, Jeff Hardy! Drop kicking that ladder right back in the face of the Undisputed Champion. Jeff Hardy lured the Undertaker to the outside.
Look at this!
Catching the crossbody over the top. And the extreme Jeff Hardy. He's a risk taker. He's a daredevil. And he knows he cannot be disqualified. Look at the Undertaker hit right between the eyes with a solid shot, with a steel chair.
Jeff Hardy's been thinking about this match all week. Obviously, he is ready for this. And just remember, he does not have to pin The Undertaker to become the Undisputed Champion. Look out.
Jeff Hardy, outmaneuvering the Undertaker that ladder. Again, Jeff Hardy, a veteran of those historic TLC matches and ladder matches. The Undertaker knocking down Jeff Hardy has never been in a ladder match in his long, successful, illustrious career here in the WWE.
Yeah, but he's in one now, and it could turn out to be the match of his life.
Jeff Hardy giving up size and strength and power. And that may be too much to overcome in a normal match. But ladies and gentlemen, this ain't no normal match. This is a ladder match. This is a Hardy extreme specialty.
Yeah, but you got to remember, JR, just think back to last week. The Undertaker literally extremely destroyed Jeff Hardy. I mean, he destroyed him.
And Jeff Hardy, though, had enough guts to issue this challenge. And maybe on that night, Jeff Hardy outsmarted The Undertaker because The Undertaker has never been in this ladder match environment. And that's where we are, and The Undertaker clubbing and hammering away at Jeff Hardy on the outside. Remember, you can't be disqualified. You can't get counted out. You can't, the pinfalls don't count, and there are no submissions.
I know. I realize that. But I think now you're seeing the dominance of The Undertaker start to emerge here. This is probably why The Undertaker, well, quite frankly, it just sounds like he's just looking past Jeff Hardy. He's thinking about Kurt Angle. He's thinking about The Rock. He didn't even mention Jeff Hardy.
The Undertaker, so sadistic. He is an evil executioner, is this man, and he can just beat on Jeff Hardy as long as he wants if The Undertaker chooses.
I think he's about to introduce Jeff Hardy up close and personal to that ladder that he likes so much. Here we go. Oh, no, wait.
Oh! And Undertaker, Jeff Hardy came unmounted and drove The Undertaker's face, his chest, his lower torso right into that ladder. They can beat each other all they want, but the match will continue if it takes us all night long until somebody can climb that ladder. Oh, man, Jeff. Leg dropping the ladder on top of The Undertaker's prone carcass. This match will continue all night until somebody can pull that undisputed title belt.
I sometimes think that Jeff Hardy should have considered a career as a crash test dummy. I mean, he'll absolutely risk life and limb in these matches.
As I say here in New Hampshire, live free or die. And Jeff Hardy's career could die here tonight in this matchup, or it could be made. It could be history in the making, one way or the other, before this was all said and done. And the Undertaker driving that ladder right up into Jeff Hardy's face.
Oh, man, did you see that?
Undertaker's not been back in this ring since being lured out of the ring, outmaneuvered mentally, if you will, by the extreme Jeff Hardy. And now the Undertaker back in the squared circle. Jeff writhing in pain here, King, right in front of us.
Well, Undertaker just kicked that metal ladder right into the ribs of Jeff Hardy. It's a miracle. Then, well, it could have cracked a couple of them. Oh, no, look out there.
Undertaker using
They
that.
can come flying over here.
Ladder. I told you. Jeff Hardy's face, his prone body just went limp on our table. And the Undertaker now setting that ladder up.
And his chances, watch this again, look at that. Jeff Hardy's chances of becoming the undisputed champion are going limp right now as well.
Jeff Hardy lying out in
Better
front
get
of
up,
the table.
boy.
The
Better get up,
Undertaker.
Jeff.
It's going to be over quickly. It's going to be over.
Better get up.
Undertaker, look, what's he thinking? Undertaker, all he's got to do is climb the ladder and get his undisputed title belt and leave.
He's sadistic. He hadn't inflicted enough punishment pain yet.
But man, King, you know as well as I do, when you got a chance to win a match and you don't do it,
Well,
more often than not, it can come back and bite you right in your butt.
well, you heard what the Undertaker said. He is determined that he is not going to leave Jeff Hardy standing. Jeff Hardy is not going to be able to walk. Oh, no!
Right. What the hell are you? You're breaking this kid in half. There's no reason for that.
Come on.
Jeff Hardy can't. I don't even get him to defend himself.
Easy, JR. He's not the man to mess with. Don't provoke him.
Oh, I'm not trying to provoke him, but
Well, let
there's another human being being destroyed in front of our very eyes, and some of us give a damn.
Key word there is another human being, JR. Don't stick yourself in there and put yourself at risk. You know you enjoy this. Then you gotta look out.
Jeff Hardy thrown right into the timekeeper's table. Wow. This is sad. This is damn sure sad. The Undertaker, that chair, driving right into the sternum of a helpless kid that came here to put his career on the line to become the undisputed champion.
Well, what the hell did you expect, JR? The kid asked for a ladder match with the Undertaker. What did you expect? You think he's going to come out unscathed? His ass.
Oh,
He's going to take the whipping of his life.
Well, he's taking it. He's taking it.
He is not going to walk out of this arena tonight.
Undertaker still may come back and bite him in his ass when he didn't win the match when he had the chance.
Undertaker may come back and bite who in their ass? He's kicking ass is what the Undertaker's doing.
Undertaker loves punishing people. He loves hurting people.
JR, let me make one thing perfectly clear to you, okay? Jeff Hardy asked for this match.
I know.
You heard him last week. You saw him.
Well, what do you mean to do
I want a ladder match.
I heard what he
Well,
said.
he's got it now.
And he's being physically dissected by perhaps the most evil and intense human being.
And whose fault is that? Whose fault is that, JR? It's Jeff Hardy's. He asked for it, and he's getting it.
Well, I still have compassion for another human being.
And he
whether
deserves
asked
it.
for it or not. Well, I don't know if he deserves being dismantled. I don't know if he deserves having his career taken away from him. Does anybody deserve that? Is that what he deserves? He deserves to get his guts beat out of him? Does he deserve to get his ass sent home to North Carolina forever? Does he deserve that? I don't think so. I wish the Undertaker were through. This is getting sick.
Undertaker's not going to be through for a long time. He's going to drag this out. He's going to make this punk kid suffer.
Jeff Hardy trying to fight back, but you got to wonder how much he's got. No punches. He's got everything. He's giving the Undertaker everything he's got. Everything he's got. Jeff Hardy fighting back.
The hell?
Oh, and a right hand knocking down the challenger.
That sent a little message.
What an offensive flurry by Jeff Hardy, and it may have been everything he had left.
Yeah, he was flailing away like... I'll just tell you this, The Undertaker just sent a message to Jeff Hardy, and he's sending a message to everybody right now. Every WWE superstar, but especially Kurt Angle, and especially The Rock. He's showing these two guys what he's capable of.
Well, it may be singing a message. This tonight is not about Kurt Angle, and it's not about The Rock.
Oh, yes, it is.
This is about Jeff Hardy trying to live his dream and making a challenge in a match that he thought he had a better than 50-50 chance in winning.
Did you actually think that Jeff Hardy had a better than 50-50 chance of winning this match?
In the ladder match, I damn sure did.
How wrong are you?
Well, it's not over, is it? It's not over, is it?
I don't know. Let's see.
And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. But this is not over.
It'll be over when The Undertaker says it's over. It might be over right here.
God almighty, you gotta be kidding me.
Might
You
be
can't
over
do
right
this.
here. Hardy sandwich.
That hurt The Undertaker. Too bad. But Jeff Hardy just got dismantled. He has been completely torn apart. And the referee can't stop it because there's no disqualifications. You can't be counted out. There's only one way for this match to end. And that's when someone climbs the ladder and gains possession of the Undisputed Championship belt, which is hanging high above the center of this ring.
I don't think Jeff Hardy's going to do any climbing tonight. He don't have the right boots on for that.
Jeff Hardy's propped up in the corner and nowhere to go. Just drill right in the chest, driving the air out of this kid.
You remember what The Undertaker said, don't you? Not only is he going to win the match, but he's going to make sure that Jeff Hardy is not able to walk out of this arena tonight.
And what a sick thought that is.
Why?
What a sick thought.
Why?
To cripple somebody. Jeff Hardy's back, his spine smashed to that ladder, and the ladder could give a damn. It could give a damn about the anatomy of this human being.
Yeah.
And The Undertaker gives a damn less.
Oh, no!
And Jeff Hardy avoided contact. But he bought himself a little bit of time.
Don't worry, Undertaker's all right. He's okay.
Undertaker right back on the attack. Undertaker tasting that ladder momentarily. And Jeff Hardy with the corkscrew. My God, Jeff Hardy went for it all. They caught The Undertaker right in the face with that corkscrew off the top.
That's all right. You can't win the match that way.
I can only
You get all
imagine.
excited about the corkscrews all you want.
I could only imagine this pain this kid's trying to endure here. He could barely hold the ladder. Nice.
Well, he hadn't had to do all he's got to do.
Undertaker up, taking Jeff Hardy's head almost off his shoulders, his carcass, his body, certainly out of the ring.
We'll take one more look at this last-ditch effort by Jeff Hardy. Yeah, it was impressive.
It's over.
And The Undertaker, instead of setting the ladder up and going for the title, wants to come out here and inflict more pain, and he got a low blow, and again, there's no disqualification.
Well, you condone those kind of actions?
It's no disqualification.
Oh, okay.
You're having a parade for The
All right,
Undertaker.
from now on,
Jeff Hardy! My God, Jeff Hardy leaping off that ladder over the top, clearing the top rope, landing on The Undertaker. And now can Jeff Hardy beat The Undertaker back in the ring? Can Jeff Hardy set the ladder up? Can Jeff Hardy become the Undisputed Champion?
one more look at this. The springboard. Using the ladder actually as like a diving board. He dove right over on top of The Undertaker.
And again, this, my God, there's,
Okay.
oh my,
Hell is this?
that's a big ladder. That's a bigger ladder than they started with.
I guess. What's that for?
What's that for? Oh, he's gonna go paint his garage.
What?
Look at this. He sets this ladder up. The ladder almost touches the championship belt. Jeff Hardy can live his dream.
Undertaker!
Jeff Hardy can make history.
Undertaker!
This could be the biggest upset ever.
An upset stomach.
Jeff Hardy, his body racked with pain, trying to climb the ladder. The Undertaker finally back in the ring with a clubbing blow to the lower back.
Lower back of his head, I think. Oh, look at this! He climbed right into position for the last ride!
Jeff Hardy
Give it to
body.
him! Give it to him!
Undertaker, a hurricane on the outside. Go for it. Go for it, Jeff. Climb your ass off.
Get up,
Get up that
Undertaker!
ladder.
Get your ass up!
Get up that ladder.
Get up!
New champion.
Get up, Undertaker!
Jeff Hardy's a step or two away.
He's almost there!
He's a step or two away from history.
Get him!
Jeff Hardy is close. He's touching the goal. Oh, my God. What a vital shot to the spine by The Undertaker. Jeff Hardy was touching the title. He was touching the Undisputed title. He was inches away. Was Jeff Hardy from making history. Oh.
Undertaker's gonna make him really famous.
And The Undertaker said Jeff Hardy was not going to walk out of here. And he may be right. But again, he may be wrong.
Oh no, I think he's right.
Wait a minute.
My paycheck, he's right. Come on, give it to him.
Jeff Hardy trying to fight out of this. He's just with the chair. Hit the Undertaker to hit.
What?
It may be the night. It may be the biggest night.
Get up, Taker, get up. He's still got that damn chair.
God almighty! A knockout shot! A knockout shot! Climb the ladder, kid! Make yourself famous!
Please get up, Undertaker.
Jeff Hardy! His body racked with pain from head to toe!
Get up, Undertaker.
He's inches away from immortality! Ooh. Oh, God! Ooh. Not one but 2 shots to the spine of this kid! Oh. The Undertaker almost out on his own feet. And now he's climbing the ladder. But Jeff Hardy is close.
Get it. Get your title. You're the Undertaker. Oh, look out.
Come on, kid, you can still do it. One more step. One more step.
He got his hand
He
on
got it. Jeff Hardy, oh my God. Oh God, no. No, 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 no. The tombstone off the top of the ladder. And the Undertaker with a choke slam off the top of the ladder has won one hell of a fight. One hell of a fight.
Here is your winner and still the WWE Undisputed Champion, The Undertaker.
This match took a tremendous amount out of The Undertaker. And poor Jeff Hardy gave us everything he had.
Yeah, but Undertaker kept his word. He gave us his word that Jeff Hardy would not walk out of this arena. And look at him, he's down. He's down and he's out. And The Undertaker is still your undisputed champion. He said Jeff Hardy wouldn't be standing, and he's not. What do you got to say about that, JR?
Jeff Hardy had a hell of an effort. I'm proud of Jeff Hardy. I'm proud of what he put his body through to become the best in the business. But it was not to be on this fateful night, on this ladder match.
Wait a minute, hey, Undertaker. That Punk's getting up.
Jeff Hardy is getting back up.
You better stay down, kid.
This kid is he will not die. Jeff Hardy will not die.
No,
He will not stay down.
Don't speak too soon. Lay down.
Leave him alone.
Lay down, boy.
Enough is enough.
You should have just laid down.
There's no reason for this.
Well, there is a reason.
Damn last ride.
You remember, JR, he said he was going to become a star and not trying. He's going to be checking into that wooden Waldorf pretty soon.
My God, I can't believe The Undertaker wins a match, and he's got to come back and punish this kid a little bit more with that last ride. And maybe that was the message that Kurt Angle for SmackDown Thursday. Maybe it was the message for The Rock and Vengeance. I don't know. All I know is that Jeff Hardy made his family. He made the WWE proud.
Wait a minute.
Hey!
Oh, tell me he's not talking.
You haven't broke me, Taker! You haven't broke me! I'm still standing.
Oh, God.
No, you're not.
Cut the mic
Go
off.
from the ropes, I'm standing.
Cut the damn mic off. That's enough. This kid, Jeff, don't do it.
Right, that's enough,
Jeff,
Jeff.
that's enough.
Throw the
You
microphone.
got nothing to prove, kid.
Give us that microphone.
You got nothing to prove. And Jeff Hardy's defenseless here. There's no reason for this. He can't even defend himself. I shudder to think what The Undertaker's gonna do to this kid who gave us his heart, his soul. He's helpless.
Look.
He's helpless. As I said, he's defenseless. And look at this. The Undertaker raising Jeff Hardy's hand. What the hell is up with that?
The following is a steel cage match, and it is for the Intercontinental Championship. Now the rules are that you can only win by pinfall, submission, or escaping the cage.
And King, as you said, what a way to kick off New Year's Revolution with the Intercontinental
Introducing
Championship.
the challenger from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 219 pounds, Johnny Nitro.
And Melina. Woo.
I thought you might notice Melina.
Don't block my view.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Jim Ross here, the King Lawler here at ringside at Kemper Arena. Johnny Nitro looking to become a Intercontinental Champion again.
He's already won it 2 times, but both times his reigns were ended by Jeff Hardy, King.
Well, there's Johnny Nitro. He's right up there on that A list, you know, with K-Fed. They've been partying. They really party hard New Year's Eve, I understand. And
Intercontinental Championship established almost 28 years ago here in the WWE. Has only changed hands 2 times inside a steel cage, King, in that 28-year period.
I understand that. We're going to be talking a lot about the Intercontinental Championship, but Johnny Nitro asked me to remind everyone that on New Year's Day, his good friend K-Fed was victorious over John Cena. Remember that?
Oh, I remember. I remember the circumstances that surrounded that as well, which we can get into a little bit later.
Well, and of course, Johnny Nitro was K-Fed's personal trainer. What if I could be Melina's personal handler?
Probably not.
That's what I thought.
And from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy, a 3-time Intercontinental Champion. Certainly a personal rivalry exists between Johnny Nitro and Jeff Hardy as a result of what happened at Armageddon in December when Eminem reunited for one night and Joey Mercury's face was almost destroyed in that ladder match involving the Hardys.
Look at Jeff Hardy gazing at that steel cage.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this match can be won by pinfall, submission, or escaping the cage.
Just like that, as a matter of fact.
Over the top or through the door, but to make an escape official, both feet must touch the floor. Just like Jeff Hardy's just touched the canvas.
You notice how Jeff Hardy's, I mean, he's almost cat-like.
Both these young men are in their 20s. Certainly both are very competitive, very athletic.
There it is, JR. Intercontinental gold.
First Intercontinental Champion, of course, the WWE Hall of Famer Pat Patterson.
All that's left to do is lock the cage. Cage has been locked, JR.
Well, the door has been shut.
Not locked yet.
Well, you can escape the cage. I would suggest that if the door was locked, you wouldn't be able to escape the door.
Well, there's a big lock on it right there. Come on. Don't be so technical.
Chad Patton, the referee, with this one fall match. Again, one fall or submission. Escape the cage over the top or through the door. Both feet must touch the floor for that escape to be official. And Jeff Hardy getting the crowd here, the Kemper Arena behind him. That won't be hard to do. Both these young men, this match could resemble a crash and burn human demolition derby before it is all said and done. And Johnny Nitro, the challenger, has gained the early advantage very basically by just beating Jeff Hardy down and then working on that lower back.
Yeah, but you know, we've seen Jeff Hardy in a lot of matches like this. This young man he personifies the word resilient. He keeps coming at you.
Jeff Hardy fighting back against Nitro. Nitro down that corner. And Hardy stomping away, and both men trying to gain a distinct early advantage. Oh, wow. Hard Irish whip. Certainly as high-flying as both these men are, you know, one's trying to debilitate the other, which is easier said than done. As you said, King, both these young men are extremely resilient.
And you know, JR, if you were to try to escape from this thing prematurely, somebody could yank you off the top of that steel cage and that'd be it. That'd be the end of the match. That's Jeff Hardy. I think he realizes you have to be, you have to be somewhat defensive before you can really be offensive.
Very unique offense. Jeff Hardy with a cover. First cover of the match. Oh, boy, that was extremely close. I'm not so sure the referee's hand didn't touch for the 3, but no doubt the shoulders of Nitro were up.
Oh, man.
Almost a wheelbarrow-like maneuver there as Nitro gets the cover and the hook, and he gets a near fall, following Jeff Hardy's in kind. Melina already has one shriek.
That's a scream, JR.
He is a screaming banshee.
What's a banshee?
Oh, it could be later on that one. Even though on pay-per-view. And Jeff Hardy, face buster there out of that suplex position. Rear legs hooked. And
Oh, man.
it's interesting that Hardy and Nitro are operating on the ground here in the early going.
Well, you know that's not going to last long.
Both of them had their pilot's
Watch out.
license. And nobody there. Springboard with a savate kick. A beautiful move by Nitro. And Nitro, the challenger, looking to make a cover and does. Count, and the 3 was coming down. A beautiful move by Johnny Nitro.
Oh, look at this.
And Nitro, Jeff Hardy's got to make sure Nitro doesn't escape.
Well, Jeff just grabbed that ankle just in the nick of time. Oh, now here goes Nitro. First attempt to climb out of the cage. Ooh.
But again, you leave yourself in a certain vulnerable position when you try to climb over the top. No doubt about that.
That's what we were saying earlier, you know. Watch out. Nice.
Jeff Hardy with almost a swinging lariat taking down Nitro.
Check out one more time this flying kick there from Johnny Nitro, but now the tables have been turned.
That was a beautiful athletic move by Nitro.
There's Hardy's headed for the door here.
The door's open, and Jeff Hardy trying to escape the cage. One way of winning. And Nitro makes sure that doesn't happen here. See referee Mike Chioda manning the door, and a reverse mule kick by Hardy. These two men are seemingly as proficient with their feet as they are with their hands.
Well, that'll come in handy later when they try to climb out of this steel cage. We're sitting right here at the bottom of this thing. You get the feeling of how huge this cage is.
And Jeff Hardy now facing Nitro. Oh, gosh! And Hardy got hung out to dry. Nitro with a very resourceful drop kick.
Resourceful, come on. I think clever maneuver would be a better description of that. You got to admit, JR, that was a good maneuver.
I thought it was a very... What? I think my glasses just broke.
I love it. Man, oh, man.
Nitro, the running knee lift, and Jeff Hardy nowhere to go, trying to hang on. There's nowhere to go but into that steel cage, which is somewhat unforgiving. And Nitro again, those running knee lifts, using that knee as like a battering ram on Jeff Hardy. And again, Hardy being beaten down by the challenger.
And our fans are really into this match. They're behind Jeff Hardy. Watch this knee one more time by Johnny Nitro. That just about did Jeff Hardy in, but here goes Nitro.
Nitro looking to leave and looking to escape. More importantly, looking to win the Intercontinental Championship. And now Jeff Hardy's up there. Now these two men are in the high-risk zone. And neither are intimidated. And Jeff Hardy off the top with a drop kick.
Now's the time to try to get out of there, Jeff. Oh, but he's not in too good a shape himself.
I don't think Hardy landed like he wanted to. Hardy landed around the lower part of his back. And Molina trying to comfort Nitro.
Yeah. Oh, check that out. You're right. That was not a good landing for Jeff Hardy, but an even worse landing for Johnny Nitro.
Both men back up. With the Intercontinental Championship on the line here at Kemper Arena in Kansas City. And look at the
look
Jeff Hardy! Jeff Hardy leaping up to the top.
Oh, man. Jeff Hardy tried to catch Johnny Nitro by surprise. He almost did it.
Are there any gazelles in North Carolina? Because that's what Jeff Hardy looked like. He leaped.
Watch out here, JR. This is what I was talking about.
Look,
He yanked up the top.
And a suplex by Nitro, drilling Jeff Hardy off the top. And you can only assume and imagine what these two young men, what their backs, their bodies are going to feel like.
Well, the back of both their heads bounced off that canvas there. Both of them feeling the effects of that. Here we go.
And Nitro in that mount position, hammering down on Jeff Hardy in a match that
Check this suplex out one more time, JR. Watch the back of their heads. Oh.
That's like being in a car crash there with those two coming off the top rope and their heads smacking that canvas.
Oh, watch out here.
And Nitro catapulted. He was launched right into that beam, that steel beam there that's you see running down the middle of the cage. And the beam didn't give an ounce, an inch.
Here goes Jeff.
Jeff Hardy again, climbing to the top. In the early part of this match, it was both men going for pinfalls. And now it seems that we are in the escape phase of the Intercontinental Championship.
Uh-oh.
The punishment
What's Jeff Hardy got in mind?
Sideways to the leg sweep off the top rope.
Both guys are down. These two young men are so evenly matched, JR. This one's gonna definitely go right down to the wire. What's Melina trying to do?
I don't know, she had her hand through the cage. Look at this. Oh, that's this impact. And now we knew this was gonna be a gut check situation. Who was gonna crash and burn the worst would probably lose. And I don't know, both guys are, the challenger and the champion are both in physically bad shape, it would seem to me.
Well, Jeff Hardy's taken some pretty awful chances so far in this match. Sometimes they pay off, sometimes they don't.
Nitro hammering away at that lower back and kidney area.
Oh, look at
Jeff Hardy, look at this.
Nitro using Jeff Hardy as his step.
Nitro indeed using Hardy literally as a stepping stone to win the Intercontinental title. And Nitro in a very precarious position on top of the cage.
Yeah, he's up there, but if he could kick Jeff Hardy backwards. No, he's got some Whoa!
What a death-defying move. It was a sunset flip into a power bomb from the top of the cage. And Hardy's body is...
Watch this one more time. Watch the back of Jeff Hardy's head. Oh!
Jeff Hardy's head bouncing off that canvas, and Hardy could be concussed very easily.
If Nitro can somehow muster the strength, he could get out of this. He could win this thing right here.
Remember, the Intercontinental Championship is at stake. Jeff Hardy is the champion. Johnny Nitro, a former two-time champion, has had both his reigns ended by the man that he's facing now, Jeff Hardy. And Nitro has an opportunity to escape the cage and once again become Intercontinental champ.
Here he goes. One leap, he's to the top. Here he goes, Jeremy. He's out.
Nitro got one leg over. Jeff Hardy trying to regroup, but can Jeff Hardy regroup in time? Hardy with a shot to the lower back.
Oh, no. Johnny Nitro is in a...
Oh, Nitro hanging. Look at Nitro hanging upside down from the top of the cage.
Oh my God, I could break his legs.
Nitro's feet are caught in that cage. I've never seen that before in any cage match. Nitro pulling himself up.
He's got one leg out.
Nitro.
Wow.
Got to wonder what kind of damage Nitro's done to his legs here. With the help of Jeff Hardy. Nitro trying to escape. Now Jeff Hardy.
Oh, hey, what is this? Melina with the belt.
Melina undressing partially and taking her belt off. And in the meantime, a missile drop kick by Johnny Nitro that did indeed find its mark on the Intercontinental Champion, Jeff Hardy.
And Melina used that belt with the metal studs in it on the hands of Jeff Hardy as he's trying to climb out again. That led to the missile drop kick from Johnny Nitro. Once again, both men down.
Tremendously competitive match to start off New Year's Revolution. And if you're wondering at home why Melina wasn't disqualified, remember, there's only 3 ways to win this match: pin, submission, or escaping the cage.
You can't win by disqualification. Look out!
The neck breaker by Johnny Nitro. Beautiful step away neck breaker. Melina is happy. At least we assume she's happy. She seems to be somewhat of a material girl to me, but
well, she's certainly an asset at ringside.
well, you scared me there for a minute. And Nitro now stepping up to the top. And Nitro, Jeff Hardy blocked, tried to catch, but blocked Nitro, who was attempting, I think, a cross body.
I don't know if it was a cross body or a car crash. Hey, here goes Jeff.
Now Jeff Hardy climbing to the top. Inside the ring, Swanton bomb by Jeff Hardy on Johnny Nitro, the challenger, and a very disturbed look on Melina's face.
Well, I think Melina can see her man's opportunity to become the Intercontinental Champion slipping away here.
And Jeff Hardy with a cover. Hardy's got the cover.
What?
And Nitro. Well, pretty good wherewithal by Nitro to have the ring savvy to know where he was to get a foot on the bottom rope would stop the count. Jeff Hardy thought he had a one there, and that might come back to haunt the Intercontinental Champion. Not winning the match with your best maneuver. And the clotheslines are flying here, and the ground attack being reinitiated by the Intercontinental Champ.
Johnny Nitro still woozy from that swanton bomb, and now, oh!
Tremendous elevation by Hardy on his challenger, Johnny Nitro.
Boy, Nitro's back has to be killing him. Look at that, though.
Nitro again, sensing Jeff Hardy's presence, got a foot up, and now Nitro not wasting any time, trying to get the heck out of this cage and win the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh, yeah, but Nitro's hurt, JR.
I don't think Jeff Hardy's could probably pass an Army physical right now himself. And Nitro again.
That was halfway out.
Nitro straddling the
Whoa.
cage, and if Nitro's feet touch the floor, this one's over.
You better grab that hair, that leg, Jeff Hardy. He's got him by the hair.
Hardy trying to desperately, and does. Hardy does pull Nitro back to the ring, and
Oh, my! Oh! Attempted twist of fate that did not work for Jeff Hardy.
You got a can Nitro now capitalize? Hardy is in trouble. This is a great opportunity for Johnny Nitro.
Nitro's back is in such bad shape. I don't know if he's going to be able to muster the strength, but watch Johnny Nitro here push Jeff Hardy off and save himself from that twist of fate. But
and that was that was self-preservation for the challenger for the Intercontinental title. And Nitro's lower back, as you said, King, has got to be screaming in pain. Nitro trying to climb the cage, but certainly not as quickly as he did in the early going.
you don't want to get your legs hung up in there again, Johnny Nitro. Be careful.
Nitro's trying to go to the top. Jeff Hardy's crawling to the door.
Wait, Melina, you got to get out of the way. Jeff Hardy wants that door open.
Come on, Kyoto, just move around the way. Nitro's foot's on the door. Nitro's blocking the door from opening, and Johnny Nitro.
Oh my gosh!
Hardy with both feet, and Jeff Hardy's outside. Jeff Hardy retains.
Look at poor Johnny Nitro.
And still, the Intercontinental Champion, Jeff Hardy.
Johnny Nitro with the worst seat in the house. Oh, look.
The following is a steel cage match where the only way to win is by pinfall, submission, or escaping the cage with both feet hitting the floor. Introducing first, from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Jeff Hardy!
You can see, ladies and gentlemen, the emotion, the determination in the face of the #1 contender for the WWE title. And if you heard his comments earlier tonight, not only did Jeff Hardy say at the Royal Rumble would he become the next WWE champion, but in the process, Jeff Hardy said he was going to eliminate Randy Orton. And that sounds pretty damn permanent.
Well, Randy Orton did a little eliminating of his own. He eliminated Jeff's brother, Matt Hardy, from any opportunity of being in the Royal Rumble with that kick to his midsection and that punch to his head, which resulted in a concussion for Matt.
And that's exactly the reason that Jeff Hardy said he was going to take Randy Orton out. Not just for the WWE title, that's rich enough, but for the retribution for his own brother, his big brother Matt, who was on his way to recovering from an emergency appendectomy, who looked like he was going to return to the Royal Rumble. But thanks to Randy Orton, he is not.
Look up there, Darren. Look how high the top of that steel cage is. Oh. Of course, Jeff Hardy usually pretty comfortable.
And from the
high
Island of
places.
Samoa, weighing in at 350 pounds, Umaga.
So Matt Hardy is out of the Royal Rumble match. Umaga, however, is in the Royal Rumble match. This is a steel cage confrontation. as nasty as it gets, and if Jeff Hardy has any faults, it's the fact that he will take any and every chance to accomplish what his goals are. And if that means wrecking his body and breaking himself in half here tonight, that's exactly what Jeff Hardy will do, and he may have to do to beat the Samoan destruction machine.
Uh-oh. Looks like Jeff has company.
The WWE champion, the blue-eyed devil and vile Randy Orton. Somehow I'd like to say I'm so shocked. Something deep inside the pit of my stomach has just turned this mood into a much different emotion. Jeff Hardy in a cage with Umaga. And now the WWE champion here at ringside. You ladies and gentlemen can certainly do the math on that one. Jeff Hardy is in as precarious a position and is in as much jeopardy as an individual can possibly be in.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, JR. That cage is constructed to keep everybody out and everybody in. I can assure you that right now, Jeff Hardy would love to be on the outside of that cage to be able to get his hands on Randy Orton.
Remember, this match is no disqualification, pinfall, submission, or escaping the cage. And
man,
Umaga just knocking down and manhandling Randy Orton.
Taking the wind out of...
We have talked several weeks about Umaga and his abilities. He's a 350-pound super heavyweight that moves like a much smaller man. Extremely God-given, athletically gifted. But this is a very bad man, Umaga.
Umaga taking the wind out of Jeff Hardy's sails early. This may... Oh, thank goodness Jeff able to move out of the way of that.
Umaga looking to score here. And Jeff Hardy quickly goes for the cover, but the power of Umaga, the upper body strength, the quickness, the agility is almost more than one man can deal with when you're dealing with Umaga, especially inside a steel cage. Look at that amazing flexibility. And all this while the WWE champion Randy Orton is sitting here at ringside. No matter the outcome of this match, Jeff Hardy will remain the #1 contender for the WWE title. But look at this, right? Boom!
Huge foot right to the side of Jeff Hardy's head. Let me ask you this, JR. Why do you think Randy Orton is out here? Is he trying to get inside Jeff Hardy's head? Out here to intimidate him?
I don't think it has anything to do with scouting or getting a closer look. I think it's all psychological. And Umaga just ate some of that steel cage. Can Jeff Hardy capitalize here? The steel cage became Jeff Hardy's tag team partner.
Look at this!
Momentarily.
Hardy's a devastating move right there.
Hardy can win by pinfall, and it's going for it. Or submission, or escaping the cage. And now Orton getting that proverbial closer look.
You know what you got to appreciate about Jeff Hardy is, like you said earlier, he is absolutely willing to put everything he's got on the line. Oh my gosh!
Hey, Jeff Hardy! Jeff Hardy hung up! Did you see that? Did you see that? Jeff Hardy stopped his collision into the cage. Almost escaped the cage to win it. That's just raw, nasty power. Jeff Hardy may be broken in half, but this cage match will continue.
That's it for Jeff.
Raw roulette from the Mohegan Sun Arena has not been kind to Jeff Hardy. The #1 contender for that man, Randy Orton's WWE title, has thrown Umaga inside a steel cage. And during the break, ladies and gentlemen, amazing physicality and strength by this Samoan SUV.
Absolutely brutal. The beating that Jeff Hardy is taking, we wondered why Randy Orton's out here. I'm beginning to think now that he just wants a good close look and watch Jeff Hardy be destroyed by Umaga.
It's all about the 3 Ds for Randy Orton. Does he damage good?
How's that feel, huh? How's that feel, Jeff Hardy? Squeeze the life out of him! That's it! That's it, ref! That's it, ref!
Randy Orton telling the ref that's it. Jeff Hardy has not given up, and Randy Orton imploring Umaga to just squeeze the life out of Jeff.
And Umaga right now with that distinct advantage, looking to damage, destroy, and devastate the #1 contender for Randy Orton's WWE title.
That debilitating nerve hold that Umaga has clamped on Jeff Hardy right now will certainly make it next to impossible for Jeff to climb out of this cage, because it'll make his right arm completely useless.
Randy Orton like a caged animal at ringside.
So thank goodness he's outside the cage.
Imploring Umaga to destroy Jeff Hardy here tonight in this main event on Monday Night Raw. This match can be won by pinfall, submission, or escaping the cage.
Oh, nice kick. I don't know how much more Jeff Hardy had left in the tank, but still,
Good grief! Jeff Hardy backdropped into the steel cage.
Yeah, much to the delight of Randy Orton.
Finish it! Finish him!
WWE champ Randy Orton screaming, "Finish him!" at Umaga. What more can Umaga do? Watch this. Look at this.
A huge momentum changer. The cage, and then Jeff Hardy landing on his head and shoulders. And now the cage becomes the enemy of Jeff Hardy, along with the 350-pound Umaga.
And the cage is not only the ally of Umaga, but also of Randy Orton, because the more damage that Jeff Hardy suffers here in this cage match, the better Orton's chances are in the Royal Rumble.
Oh, that's got to be it.
Look at Orton, he's beside himself, he's so happy.
How much more punishment can Jeff Hardy withstand? The cover by Umaga, and the three is, well, it's not going to be three because Jeff Hardy had the wherewithal to get his foot on the rope.
You want some help?
Wait a minute, look at Orton.
Some help? You want some
He
help?
wants to know if Umaga wants some help. Look at this!
Get out of my way!
Jeff Hardy, one of the most resilient men we've ever seen, is now the steel chairs are raining into the ring.
Is this legal?
There's no disqualification. It sure as hell legal. There's no disqualification. My God, you've got the Samoan monster now with weapons. He's a walking weapon. Oh no! Oh, Lord! Right in the spine, the steel chair in the spine of Jeff Hardy.
Well, Orton's chances of retaining his title at that title match at the Royal Rumble are going.
Yes!
This tells me that Randy Orton is damn sure concerned. Look out here, the cut, and Hardy kicks out. Resilience, resilience, and guts, and will.
Just lose!
I don't know if that's smart on the part of Jeff Hardy, though, JR. Or how many times have we said we've seen competitors with more guts than brains? Is Umaga going to climb out of the cage here, or what?
Is Umaga escaping or thinking of something else? And Jeff Hardy!
Oh, my goodness!
One leg went east, one leg went west. Umaga suffered with the best.
I just heard Umaga scream in pain for the first time ever.
Hardy, look out! Jeff Hardy using that chair that Randy Orton threw over the top of the cage.
Look at Orton. He can't believe what he's seen. He's just trying to get his fingers through there to get his hands on Jeff Hardy.
Come on,
The amazing Jeff Hardy, the athleticism and the guts and the will to success. By golly, simply survive here.
Is Jeff going to do this there? He's feeling it.
What's Jeff Hardy thinking? Jeff Hardy looking for the twist of fate, but the fate has been twisted on Jeff Hardy as the extended hand and maybe that thumb of Umaga right into Hardy's throat, and down again goes the #1 contender for Randy Orton's WWE title.
Come on,
just told Jeff Hardy you're about to get squashed.
I don't think that's a revelation, but certainly going to put a smile on Randy Orton's face. Hardy in a helpless. Hardy! My God, Hardy! I'm astonished. Jeff Hardy was able to move out of the way.
And Jeff Hardy keeps coming. Kick to the jaw of Umaga.
And now,
Oh my God! Jeff Hardy has steel chairs.
Jeff Hardy fired a fastball with that steel chair that hit Umaga right in the face. Jeff Hardy. DDT! Steel chair DDT!
And Randy Orton can do nothing but hang his head.
Hardy going for the cover. Hardy going for the cover. And Umaga powered out like the big stallion that he is. And Jeff Hardy must be thinking, what in the good Lord's name must I do to beat this man? How about escaping the cage?
There you go. The door's open.
Oh, damn it! Randy Orton slamming the door on Jeff Hardy's head. And there's nothing the referees can do about it because this is a no disqualification match. This is beyond a wrestling match. This is deeply personal. This is about more than the WWE title.
I can't believe Jeff Hardy had this thing
The
won.
cover.
No.
And Hardy will not die. Jeff Hardy will not die. Good grief, what a match. What a night on Monday Night Raw.
Uh-oh. Raw Roulette has been absolutely astonishing here tonight, but
Umaga thinking Samoan Spike. And the Samoan Spike is the finale. It is so...
oh, wait! With the fade! With the fade!
Jeff Hardy finally scored the twist of fate. And now Jeff escaped. Just get the hell out of
He
there.
knows he can't go through the cage door or just slam it on his head again. What's Jeff gonna do now?
Jeff Hardy can go over the top, though. Jeff Hardy can escape over the top. But look at
Wait. Orton's waiting for him.
But this is not fair. What the hell? This is Orton waiting on Jeff Hardy. Hardy on top of the cage. Good Lord! Good Lord! Good Lord! Good Lord! Hardy! Whisper in the wind for the love of God from the top of the cage.
And Jeff Hardy landed right on Umaga.
Count the ring. Good Lord! I can't believe what I see.
Your winner, Jeff Hardy.
Unbelievable!
It is main event time on Monday Night Raw. And what a main event we are privileged to see here tonight. A great ovation for the showstopper. Wow! A preview to the Elimination Chamber.
This match is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring from San Antonio, Texas, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels will be one of 6 men in the Elimination Chamber this Sunday in Las Vegas. The winner meets the WWE Champion at WrestleMania.
And speaking of No Way Out, it's going to be presented by Frontline's Fuel of War. No Way Out is this Sunday, live from Las Vegas, exclusively on pay-per-view.
As we have seen, as we have heard, as we know, it will be every man for himself inside the Elimination Chamber. There will be no friends. There will be no allies. The stakes are just too high.
And from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Jeff Hardy.
What an ovation for the Intercontinental Champion. What a main event this is going to be as we gear up for No Way Out on Sunday, but folks, next Monday Night Raw live in Anaheim, and headlined by that steel cage matchup, father versus son, Mr. McMahon against Little Hornswoggle inside the cage.
Well, that's next Monday, but right now we're about to see a prelude of what's to come this Sunday at No Way Out. Did you ever think you'd see Shawn Michaels about to square off with Jeff Hardy?
Absolutely not. And these two men have great respect for each other. There's no doubt about that. But what's at stake at No Way Out is the opportunity to be in the main event at WrestleMania and compete for the WWE title. Jeff Hardy says his journey to become WWE champion is just getting underway.
Well, boy, I'm telling you, No Way Out is going to be something. And look, you know what Triple H is going to do. You know how bad Triple H wants the title. He'll beat the holy hell out of Shawn Michaels and Jeff Hardy and everybody else.
And we saw what happened earlier tonight between Umaga and Bradshaw, who allegedly, we found out a week ago, or thought they had a deal. There's no deals in the Elimination Chamber. Triple H will be as dangerous as any human being can possibly be. Oh, and a knife-edge chop quickly.
Wow, Shawn Michaels trying to put an end to this early. Look out here.
And the backslide by Jeff Hardy taking down Shawn Michaels. And there's a lot of things to be established, some territories to be marked, some messages to be sent in this match.
Man.
Michaels lowered his head a little early and pays for it in kind. But keep your eye on Jeff Hardy.
Well, you said earlier, air traffic control needs to be aware of this match. Incoming!
And, but Hardy lands on his feet. Oh, gosh! And, wow! Hardy retaliates with that slap from Shawn Michaels. Michaels, the showstopper, would love nothing more than to be in the main event at WrestleMania. Michaels knows he's one huge victory away from that. Oh, nice.
Shawn Michaels has headlined WrestleManias. Jeff Hardy's never done that. He can't wait for his opportunity. And his opportunity is going to be handed to him this Sunday.
Yeah, handed. If he can survive the Elimination Chamber. There's 5 other guys that's going to hand Hardy his head if they have the opportunity. Oh! And nice shoulder block by Jeff Hardy. The youngest of the 2 Hardy brothers from the state of North Carolina. Look with a sleeper counter into a back suplex that quickly. And now Hardy covers and got a near fall. What great chain wrestling. Side headlock takeover again by Jeff Hardy. Staying on the ground, but that doesn't mean Hardy won't go to the air and take any chance imaginable. And speaking of that, can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, what this young man, Jeff Hardy, along with his 5 adversaries, will do to win the Elimination Chamber this Sunday in Vegas?
Well, there's 4 other adversaries right now that I'm sure whose eyes are glued to this match, and I'm sure they're all hoping that these 2 men beat each other. Well, I mean, give each other the beatings of their life.
That was a hard shot to the face by Shawn Michaels, that reverse elbow. Well, that was certainly the goal earlier in that John Cena, Mark Henry matchup to beat Cena up before No Way Out. That's what Randy Orton wanted. As these flare-like knife-edge chops by Shawn Michaels. Michaels upside down. And then Jeff Hardy turns Michaels inside out, right around that steel ring post. And now Michaels in trouble. Big trouble.
Big trouble!
Michaels counter into the crossbody. He may have it. He may. Shawn Michaels. Oh, and look at Hardy. The resilience of Hardy of both legs.
Oh, what a match this is.
And a physical side headlock takeover. Shoulders are down. And
Watch this reversal. And then, boy, Jeff coming right in on Shawn from behind and ramming Shawn into that steel ring post.
And the thing about it, Hardy, look at this pinning combination. Hardy has used that side headlock takeover 3 times in this match. And not just an ordinary side headlock takeover. With a lot of power, with a lot of torque on the neck. Jeff Hardy indeed and obviously, it's an understatement, means business in this matchup. There's something to prove here for Jeff Hardy.
Well, you're right, of course. Jeff Hardy wanted to prove here tonight that he belongs in that Elimination Chamber match.
And Jeff Hardy,
Look at this!
Jeff Hardy skinning the cat, as they say. Just got introduced to a clothesline. Good grief.
Well, we've seen Shawn Michaels skin the cat, and I'm sure that Shawn Michaels knew what was coming, and he certainly delivered it when Jeff was able to come back over that rope. I think Jeff telling the referee, yeah, I'm still conscious here.
Look at this. Hello. Boom. Gosh, Michaels got all of that clothesline and then a little bit more. And now it's Shawn Michaels with the advantage. Let's see if the showstopper can build on this advantage.
Well, you saw Jeff with that skin in the cat. I think he may be trying to take a few pages out of Shawn Michaels' book here tonight and sending that message, but whoa.
It's not a bad idea. Michaels has got some best-selling books as far as that wrestling repertoire is concerned. And
look at this.
nice counter.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, goodness.
Man, what was that? Almost an inverted atomic drop. All out Shawn Michaels. Michaels kicked out to the floor by Jeff Hardy. Hardy, keep an eye on the baseball slide. Michaels not safe at home. Just got kicked by that low slide of Jeff Hardy.
And Jeff Hardy absolutely really taking it to HBK now.
Hardy
Here he
running.
comes.
Oh my gosh, Hardy ran the rail. And Shawn Michaels countered with a power slam. Bodies are down. Who will survive this one? And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. What a main event. Shawn Michaels, Jeff Hardy, as hot, as intense as any action we have seen in a long, long time here on Monday Night Raw. As Shawn Michaels continues to focus on that lower back of Jeff Hardy.
And let's take a look at what happened right as we went to break. Oh, that big kick right to the face of Shawn Michaels. And then Shawn catching Jeff Hardy coming off that rail, turning it into a power slam.
And that's why Jeff Hardy's lower back is in the condition and the shape that it is. And Michaels has been focusing on that lower back since executing that power slam on the floor outside the ring. Jeff Hardy shows the worst for wear in his face as his lower back again is punished. And there's a cover. Far leg is hooked as the showstopper almost stopped the show here. Needed one more second to get it done. We've talked about Jeff Hardy's resilience. That resilience is going to be tested tonight. What an Irish whip.
It's being tested right now to the max. Shawn Michaels zeroing in on that injured back of Jeff Hardy. Oh, this could do it right here. This could do it.
Michaels with that, show that great skill with a back, that knee in the back, time and time again. No wasted motion for Shawn Michaels.
I don't think Jeff can reach the ropes. He may have to tap.
Michaels with a bow and arrow. Michaels looking for the submission.
A bloody Jeff Hardy may have to tap here.
Hardy's face etched in pain. Michaels twerking back on the lower back of Jeff Hardy, who got the elbow and another hard elbow.
And that elbow right into the nose of Shawn Michaels.
That may have gotten Michaels in the right between the eyes, I'm not sure. But hard elbows indeed causes separation. Michaels is a little bit addled there.
Michaels checking his own head to see if he's bleeding. Oh, backbreaker.
Perfectly done. Michaels backbreaker. Hook of the leg. It's got three. Oh, a 2 count. I thought Michaels had the 3 with the backbreaker perfectly executed into the sequencing of Michaels' offense. That backbreaker perfectly inserted. You couldn't have done a better offensive maneuver than Michaels did, but it just wasn't enough.
Wow.
What speaks to the heart of Jeff Hardy.
With both of these men showing the effects of this battle, and that's exactly what it's been, a battle here. Oh, look out, look out!
Hardy lowers his head, pays the price. Neckbreaker by Michaels. Can it be enough? Outside leg hooked and oh man.
I think Jeff Hardy was going for a backdrop, but he telegraphed it just a fraction of a second too soon. You can't do that with HBK.
Michaels less than a count away from winning this one-on-one main event here tonight. Man, what a matchup. And what a week it's gonna be.
Listen,
Hard chop again.
I want to tell you something, JR. This is a match I never thought I'd see, but I also got to tell you, I am really enjoying it.
Michaels, who won the very first Elimination Chamber, gonna take a chance here.
Uh-oh.
And Michaels, my gosh, Michaels has got a sixth sense, a half-Boston crab. That lower back again being punished. Hardy in a desperate state.
Oh, this may be it.
Jeff Hardy is in big trouble. The gamesmanship, the guts, the resiliency of Jeff Hardy being challenged supremely by the showstopper. Oh, look at Michaels set back. Hardy.
Jeff struggling, trying to reach the rope with everything he's got. I don't know if he can get there.
Jeff Hardy makes the ropes. Referee's got to break the hold. But obviously there's been significant damage done again to the lower back of Jeff Hardy.
You're right, Jeff Hardy paid a huge price right there. Don't think Shawn Michaels is not going to capitalize on it.
Ooh. Jeff Hardy fighting back. The will to compete by Jeff Hardy is absolutely amazing. Oh, Hardy with that head kick, catching Michaels in the back of the head.
Boy, and just look at what we're seeing here. You have to wonder, are these two men going to leave everything they've got here in this match tonight? I mean, knowing that what's at stake? There's no way out.
It's all about, it's personal between these two. And I like it. This is Michaels maybe seeing himself in Jeff Hardy.
Oh.
Just a few years ago as Michaels just got reintroduced to the steel ring post, and that could be a difference maker.
Yeah, but are these two guys making this match so personal that it's going to cost them their chance to headline WrestleMania?
Oh, Michaels sternum burst into the top turnbuckle and then punted right into the sternum again by Jeff Hardy. It is anybody's ball game here.
And I can't help but think that somewhere Triple H is sitting watching this with a big smile on his face. Oh, wow. That's ribs. Oh.
Michaels trying to call separation. Michaels needs to call separation. And he does. Hardy knocked off the second turnbuckle. Michaels now
Get him in
goes up
here.
top.
Oh, this could do it if Michaels hits this.
HBK up top. HBK
missed him.
Nobody there. Michaels missed the elbow right off the top rope. Hardy's got a chance. Hardy's got to do it here. He's got to go.
Whoa! Man,
How close was that?
as close as it can get.
The referee's hand coming down with a fatal 3 count. Michaels got a shoulder up. Hardy barely able to stand. Michaels' lower back's got to be killing him as well.
Oh, what a match. Oh,
And the lariat
that may do it.
takedown. The lariat takedown by Jeff Hardy. At least will buy Hardy a little bit of time. But Hardy's got the advantage here.
Boy, watch this one more time. Oh, look at the back of Shawn's head bounce off that mat.
Can Jeff Hardy capitalize on that? As Michaels comes back swinging. No surprise there. Hardy beat Michaels to the punch. And a clothesline again. Michaels bouncing up.
Well, again.
And man, what a spear back into the corner by Jeff Hardy. And
Go, man.
man, that's some impact. That is impact. Right to the sternum.
I can do it. I
of
can do
Shawn
it.
Michaels.
If he can drag Shawn out to the... This is it, JR.
The cover. Hardy's got the cover. And Michaels got the kick out of desperation, out of instinct, out of guts and determination.
Oh man, we've talked for years about the resiliency of Shawn Michaels, and we're certainly seeing it demonstrated here tonight. Look out!
Jeff Hardy! Whispering the wind, got it!
That's it!
This should be it! It will not! It will not! This crowd on their feet!
What is it gonna take?
I want to stand up myself! My God, what a main event! Michaels, somehow, some way, just refusing to lose here tonight.
As is Jeff Hardy. Can either one of these men be victorious? Whoa!
Oh! Face buster after the 12 right hand. Twist a fake counter.
And more important, can they be victorious tonight? After this beating they're putting each other through, can either one of them be victorious this Sunday in No Way Out?
Oh! Michaels on the face of Jeff Hardy. Michaels exploding into the face of his adversary. And somehow,
unbelievable.
some way,
how does he do it?
Michaels nips up. Oh, and there's that inverted atomic drop that we've seen Michaels use so effectively. The scoop slam, and now Michaels, what's Michaels thinking here? Michaels going back to the high altitude district.
He got it!
This time the elbow.
That is it!
Finds its mark. Michaels hits the elbow off the top. And are you ready now for a little bit of music?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. You got to give all the credit in the world to Jeff Hardy, but right now, the band is being tuned up by HBK. He wants to stop Jeff Hardy's show. Here it comes.
Jeff Hardy, Hardy avoids a contact.
Whoa!
But Michaels counters.
He's got it locked in.
And Michaels got it locked in. Michaels got the submission locked in on Hardy. Michaels, with all the power that he can muster in the center of the ring. Jeff Hardy being punished. The pain has got to be excruciating.
He's going to break your leg.
Jeff Hardy, we have no option.
You got to think about No Way Out.
Michaels not going to let go. Look at Hardy trying to hold on. Look at Jeff Hardy trying to hold on.
Oh, he made it to the ropes.
Hardy makes it. Referee breaks it. But what is the status of Hardy's legs?
Oh, I don't think he can even stand.
Shawn Michaels surveying the damage. Can Jeff Hardy stand? You're right, is the question.
Oh!
But Hardy's still got the competitive spirit to fight.
And still enough strength left in his legs. Look at, he's up. Jeff Hardy is up.
Hardy up.
Twist of fate.
My God, the twist of fate. Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy. Oh, my Lord. Swanton bomb. Are you kidding me?
What?
Hardy beats Michaels. Jeff Hardy beats Shawn Michaels.
Here's your winner, Jeff Hardy!
What a match. What a victory for Jeff Hardy.
And what momentum going into No Way Out. Well, certainly, ladies and gentlemen, this match is not about brass rings. This match is about the most coveted championship in all the WWE, the WWE title. This will be Jeff Hardy's first ever one-on-one match at No Mercy. But let's not forget the career this young man has had. 16 titles he has won in the WWE. 4 Intercontinental titles, and the first time Jeff Hardy ever won the Intercontinental title, it was against, you got it, Triple H.
And you know something? It's kind of, we've heard Jeff Hardy say to Triple H, hey, you've motivated me, you fired me up, and you have made me better. It's almost like a mutual respect between these two superstars. Jeff Hardy, though, seems to be in the zone, JR, to capture the WWE title tonight. We'll see.
I talked to Jeff Hardy today. He seemed to be extremely confident. Not overbearing, not arrogant, but confident in his ability
exercise his game plan tonight and leave No Mercy as the WWE champion.
You heard Jeff Hardy say earlier, right to Triple H's face, I'm going to take pride in taking your title tonight.
Indeed it is all about the game and how you play it. And how will Jeff Hardy play the game tonight? The Cerebral Assassin is an honor student in wrestling, no doubt about that. A complete student of the game. And is so prideful of being a 12-time WWE champion.
And Triple H brings the seek and destroy demeanor, which makes him one of the most dominant champions, in my opinion, in the history of the WWE.
Just a year ago at No Mercy, in the span of less than 3 hours, the game wrestled 3 WWE title matches in one night. Won 2 of them. An unheard of feat. And a raucous ovation here in the Rose Garden for the King of Kings. Taz, in your opinion, what does Jeff Hardy have to do tonight to win the WWE title?
I think Jeff Hardy has to do what has brought him to the dance, and that's bring an high-impact, high-aerial assault to Triple H. That's what I think he's got to do.
Jeff Hardy must be a manic man in motion to derail the most dominant champion in the WWE.
This contest set for one fall is for the WWE Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing 225 pounds, Jeff Hardy. And his opponent from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing 255 pounds, he is the current WWE Champion, Triple H!
That's what it's about right there.
Scott Armstrong, the referee. It was interesting to see that overwhelming text vote in favor of Jeff Hardy. However, here in the Rose Garden, might just be me, Taz, but it seemed like the crowd here in the Rose Garden watching our event live kind of favor the champion.
Bell has rung. It's go time, baby. I'm getting goosebumps already.
Like that.
Respect you. Speaking of all,
Jeff Hardy shook hands with the champion. Turned his back. It could be over.
Cerebral Assassin. Gotta be careful with him, man.
Jeff Hardy already being the victim, if you will, of some of the games, mind games.
It's not often that your opponent tells you he's a big fan of yours. You're the number one contender. The champion says, I'm a big fan of yours. You got every God-given gift there is known, and he's pulling for the challenger, which is, like you said, head games, mind games by the game.
Nice nip-up moments ago by Jeff Hardy, but he finds himself, the challenger does, back into the overhand wrist lock.
And again, that's the quickness to get off his feet by Jeff Hardy.
And Hardy not in that predicament long.
I think Triple H tried to block the side headlock takeover to no avail. Jeff Hardy was able to pop his hip and get the game over.
Jeff Hardy
7-time tag champion, 4-time Intercontinental champion, as we mentioned, but never a WWE champion.
Triple H has told the challenger, has told Jeff Hardy, I respect the fact you put your body on the line like no other superstar in the history of this business. But when it comes to WWE title, there's nothing more important to the game than that.
Hardy got countered, then used his speed and quickness, and that's what's going to, I think, be able to take Jeff Hardy to the promised land. The ability to create up-tempo offense, the eagerness to take a chance.
I guess that's a pin cover by Triple H trying to stack Jeff Hardy. I understand, I'm going to give my opinion here. I'm a little surprised at Jeff's offense here by utilizing takedowns with Triple H. I didn't expect that from the challenger.
And perhaps the champion didn't either. Certainly, as we know, there is no chance that is off limits for Jeff Hardy. But him out-mat wrestling the game, quite frankly, would surprise me.
Well, thus far, we've seen Jeff Hardy be pretty successful at it.
Hardy with the momentum from the ropes, taking down the champion, going back to a very basic side headlock.
Well, Triple H told Jeff Hardy earlier, I want to beat you at the best of what you bring, what you have, and Jeff's bringing the best to Triple H thus far.
Hard reverse elbow, and Hardy's own momentum coming off the ropes cost him that time. Very well placed elbow.
Yeah, well, and the big, thick, massive shoulder of Triple H could have been the difference maker right there. That could be the turning point in the match. We'll have to see. Uh-oh. Got one move.
Jeff Hardy creating some unique offense and taking the game over. Keep your eye on Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. Talk about reckless, devil-may-care. Watch out!
And the ultimate risk taker with a running clothesline right off the apron. Hardy's own body paid a price there, but perhaps not as big a price as has been paid by the champion.
Yeah, watch the impact here. The game gets drilled right in the side of the head towards his ear area. That's a good way to knock someone out a little bit. But Triple H trying to get to a vertical base. Hurting a bit, hurting.
And Hardy again continues his unorthodox offense. Over the top, leg drop, hook of the leg on a near fall.
And again, look at this, back to that side headlock takeover. Jeff Hardy, very surprising offense in my opinion.
Jeff Hardy is throwing off-speed pitches when the game perhaps has been looking for fastballs.
Well, I think that's a good analogy, and I agree with it. Triple H has got to try to get to a vertical base and maybe attack the grip, break the grip of the side headlock of Jeff Hardy.
Taz, could Jeff Hardy be using this mat wrestling in the early going to set up something else later on?
Oh yeah, I definitely think that could be JR for sure. And you know, Jeff Hardy's savvy enough to pull something like that off. It'd be a sound strategy. Oof.
Triple H uncharacteristically set a little quickly, but Jeff Hardy lands on his feet. Hardy seems to be the last few moments about a half a step ahead of the champion.
Oh, maybe not. That might have ended.
And that was then.
It's a pedigree right here.
This is now. Hardy fights out, and for the second time the game goes sailing over the top rope, almost in the same identical place he was just a few moments ago.
Tell you what, maybe for the past few weeks that all the comments that, oh wait a minute, wait. Oh my God, oh man.
Hardy tried a punch, attempted a punch, keyword attempted. You heard the splat of Hardy's lower back and spine hitting the floor.
Well, many have commented, including Triple H, on the recklessness, the way that Jeff Hardy lives his life, and the way his wrestling style. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, how do you explain that? There's another angle. Oh my God.
We have talked about Jeff Hardy's eagerness and how costly it can be.
Triple H, one step ahead of Jeff Hardy there. Had the wherewithal to move out of the way, crashed and burned with the #1 contender.
Triple H, I'm sure, would be content to win this match by a count out, and that's exactly what referee Scott Armstrong is affecting at this moment.
Can't say I blame the champion. A win's a win to retain your championship.
Without a doubt. Referee's got a 10 count. He's up to 5.
Uh-oh.
And the game, of course, now the count has been broken as Triple H not content to wait on a count. Looking to cover, and the count is a 3. No! It is a long 2.
You got to be careful now if you're Jeff Hardy. You do not want to let Triple H bring that offense. He possesses a potent, a vigorous offense.
Hardy can expect a lot of high-impact offense here, focused on his lower back. The game won't make many mistakes when he gets the opportunity to be in the driver's seat. There are few in the WWE that have been able to affect a game plan as expertly and as almost error-free as Triple H.
Will pinpoint right to the lower back, the exact spot where Jeff Hardy missed with that huge plunger over the top rope. And the game is pinpointed the lower back spine region of Hardy.
And now the kick out. Can Hardy kick out?
Yeah, look here, this is the offense we're talking about. Right to the lower back. Exactly where Hardy landed. Sailing over the top rope moments ago.
Hardy shows fight. Trying to retaliate against the cerebral assassin. But what shape is Hardy's back in? The game, again, high impact.
I get him here, the face buster.
The far leg got hooked. And Jeff Hardy willed his way out of a pinning predicament.
Well, I think Jeff Hardy verbally has exemplified the past few weeks his desire to become WWE champion. Let's see. That's some trouble.
The wasted motion. And Hardy instinctively able to get his shoulder up in the game, locking eyes with the official. Referee was in a great position, had a very consistent count, but it's the resiliency and the will to be WWE champion that is keeping Jeff Hardy in this match.
Well, Jeff Hardy is known for being very resilient in regards to absorbing punishment, and we're witnessing that right now, JR, in a big way by the champion.
Shoulder blocks, driving the air out of the #1 contender for the WWE title.
And I can tell you from experience, when you're sucking air, man, when you cannot breathe during a match, you just can't move too well, and it's hard to be effective.
And the abdominal stretch.
Again, this will pull apart your rib cage area, your intercostals, part of your lower back. Great strategy by the WWE champion.
One of the long-standing submission maneuvers in sports entertainment, the standing abdominal stretch.
It's been around for so many years because it's so effective. Your opponent is in such an awkward position, body bent where it's not supposed to bend, and you have all the leverage in the world, as you can see by Triple H here.
And Triple H gaining an unfair advantage.
Referee cannot see it. As if the game didn't have enough leverage with the abdominal stretch. When you pull that top rope, for those that don't realize, it gives you a little bit more leverage, a little more torque on the maneuver.
And the game knew exactly what he was doing. He broke the count before the referee's 5 count. He broke on 4, did not want to be disqualified. And now the sleeper. And the game has gone from Wilbur Snyder's abdominal stretch to Pat O'Connor's sleeper. Studying the greats of the game and mastering their techniques.
Again, the leverage. Triple H has all his body weight. His chest is upper body leaning on the back of the head of Jeff Hardy. Can Jeff Hardy mount an outfit to get out of this?
Hardy's there's a takedown. That wrap-around clothesline, almost like a lariat, if you will. But Jeff Hardy's got to create some up-tempo offense or strike with something big and do it sooner than later.
Let's take another look right here. Like you said, a whip-lashing type of lariat. Oh! Down goes the champion. And what? Oh, here comes Hardy. Oh!
We talk about the Manic Man in motion. And the ultimate risk taker is starting to feel it. There's a count, a 2. And the game able to kick out with his WWE title at stake and a low, effective drop kick.
Here we go.
Hardy not wasting any time. I like that strategy. You hit for your offense and go for the cover.
Yeah, no wasted motion. Zone in for the kill right away. Don't let Triple H down. You got to be careful. Don't let him mount more offense. Whoa, look at this.
With that velocity, Jeff Hardy managed to muster up. The game went sailing over the top turnbuckle.
Tremendous reversal. The champion lands very hard on the outside.
Look out here.
Oh, buddy.
Jeff Hardy hits it. This time, Hardy puts his body at risk one more time. And this time, Hardy may have hit the home run that he was looking for.
It's so rare that you see a superstar miss a huge maneuver like that, as Hardy did earlier, and then come back with the confidence to hit it this late in the match. Impressive.
The issue is that Jeff Hardy cannot win the title via countout. But look at this. Amazing.
Look at that. You gotta be kidding me. That is just all of Jeff Hardy's body. Look at that. Right into the face. Upper body of Triple H.
Hardy fearless.
Both back in the ring now. Jeff Hardy. Opportunity's knocking.
WWE title at stake. Hardy's going to do anything and everything he can to win this title. And it could be here. It could be now.
Jeff Hardy very rarely gets frustrated. He doesn't look frustrated now. He looks focused. Wow. Holy cow.
Now that was a slobber knocker of a clothesline. Big time impact by the WWE champion.
This might
Arm
do it.
over. That's a cover. It's another 2 count.
Tell you what, I dare you to find someone to deliver any more impact than we just witnessed with the clothesline. Well, Hardy goes for a twist of fate. Watch this impact. Oh, good God, man.
Two of Friday Night SmackDown's greatest superstars. Going for the most coveted title in the WWE. And what a matchup. What a main event here tonight at No Mercy. The game has slowed pace somewhat. And strikes back again with the high impact.
Watch out. Oh.
And Triple H left his feet. They pay for it.
Man.
Facebuster suplex.
Out of nowhere.
And Hardy with a half Nelson.
He's going to get him.
Trying to hook the leg. Couldn't quite get the leg hook.
Whoa.
Jeff Hardy very frustrated that he couldn't hook the leg and get the 3 count.
Both men trying to win this match so badly. Leaving it all in the ring. What a match.
Great effort and great reason why. We're glad you're with us, ladies and gentlemen, around the world here for No Mercy.
Watch out. Oh, what a counter.
The game, I think, caught. I'm not sure exactly what.
Here we go.
Triple H is covering. And he got it. That referee's count is right on the money every single time. That was a hell of a counter in my book.
It was phenomenal. It looked so quick. It looked like Jeff Hardy was attempting Whisper in the Wind, and Triple H is driving Hardy back on his back, which has been injured throughout this match.
Hardy's back's got to be knocking up on him. And
That's not going to help.
the double-A spinebuster's not going to help things. So you're right, Taz.
I think the game's in the zone right now, baby.
The spinebuster will see the collateral damage it will have on Jeff Hardy's attempt to become WWE
I got a
champion.
funny feeling what's next. It's pedigree time.
And Hardy counters the pedigree. And ring post. The game's head hit the ring post. Whisper the wind. The whisper of the wind. We could have a new champ. New champ.
Oh, man.
You can't get any closer and not be the WWE champion than that exchange with Jeff Hardy and the reigning champion.
Take a look at this. Face first goes the game, and the quickness of Jeff Hardy to drill Triple H a Whisper win 1 second away from a new champion.
Look at this. The referee's hand was inches away, and Hardy again creating offense.
goes Hardy. Here he goes. Oh!
Hardy missed the swanton. And will that be the beginning of the end? Again, fighting for the pedigree.
Oh, look at this.
Hardy twist of fate. Twist of fate.
Jeff Hardy bringing his A game. Hardy going where he belongs here.
My God, Hardy countered the pedigree. Hardy hits. Jeff Hardy hits. Swanton.
Hardy's gonna do it.
The plug is up. Oh, my counter. Sugar. Stand there. Oh, my God, what a counter.
Oh, man.
The winner of this match, and still WWE Champion, Triple H!
Oh, man.
This contest set for one fall is a triple threat match for the WWE Championship.
Time to play the game! It's all about the game, and how you play it. All about control, and if you can take it. All about your debt, if you can pay it. It's all about pay.
Fans here in Buffalo, New York have risen to their feet, ladies and gentlemen, in anticipation for what should be one of the great main events in the history of Armageddon. An event that started back in 1999, an event that this man, Triple H, was in the main event and victorious in the very first Armageddon event.
Well, I'll tell you, the game's face, his eyes tell the story, bound and determined to regain the WWE Championship.
And win tonight would make it number 13 for the Cerebral Assassin. The King of Kings looks to be in magnificent position, and the game was in great position to become the WWE Champion back in Boston. I erroneously said Baltimore earlier. A little excited here. A little too much coffee today. But it was the ultimate opportunist. Edge, who wasn't even entered in the triple threat match when we came on the air in Boston at the Survivor Series.
Yeah, and coincidentally, and how convenient, Edge just happened to show up and his wife put him in a match, and who would have thunk it? We had a new champion. That was then, this is now.
Jeff Hardy has had amazing success in the WWE since debuting, believe it or not, when he was only 16 years of age. I think he might have fibbed a little bit on his paperwork, but be that as it may, Jeff Hardy has won 16 championships in the WWE, but the coveted WWE title has eluded him.
You know, JR, you have to wonder, is tonight Jeff's night? It almost as if Jeff was questioning himself earlier, saying that people wonder, hey, Jeff, do you have what it takes? We've heard Triple H say that to Jeff. You've come this close, but never were able to seal a deal. Will that happen tonight?
By his own admission, 2008 has been a controversial year for the strange enigma, Jeff Hardy. And will he be the Buffalo Bills of the WWE? Take 4 trips to the big dance, come home with no ring. In this case, no WWE title.
You think you know me?
Probably, ladies and gentlemen, the only man that enjoyed Friday Night SmackDown more than anyone was
the WWE Champion is, because 2 nights ago, it was Triple H and Jeff Hardy going one-on-one. Edge liked what he saw.
Well, Edge had a great opportunity to sit back in the catbird seat and watch the game and watch Jeff Hardy beat the daylights out of each other. That's not the deal now. Triple threat, baby. And I'll tell you, this match, a triple threat, does not favor the champion.
No disqualifications, no countouts. The first man to score a pin or submission will win. And the winner is then the WWE Champion.
Introducing the challengers first. From Canberra, North Carolina, weighing 225 pounds, Jeff Hardy! Next from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing 255 pounds, Triple H! And their opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing 241 pounds, he is the current WWE Champion, the Rated R Superstar, Edge.
Referee Chad Patton assigned this contest tonight's main event. Remember the rules. They are very simplistic, but important to know. No disqualifications in this match. There can be no countouts. And the match will continue until one man scores a pin or submission. And look at Jeff Hardy going after the man that 65% of you believe assaulted Hardy in Baltimore, in the hotel.
Hey, baby, that's why Jeff Hardy was in hot pursuit of Edge from Jump Street here.
Jeff Hardy with a quick start, looking to end this early. Remember, as the rules we've stated, the champion doesn't have to be involved in the equation whatsoever to lose his championship.
You see Jeff Hardy, the unpredictable one himself. Jeff Hardy has some significant trust and momentum coming into this matchup.
And Jeff Hardy's building confidence. And a little inadvertent Hardy teamwork. And Jeff Hardy looking for a cover. And the first cover of the match created by Jeff Hardy.
Let's not make a mistake. I'm sorry, JR. Triple H not saving Edge. Triple H put Jeff on a roll here. Triple H wanting to stop the pinfall, otherwise the match would have ended. And then the game would have left him with the title.
It's really like a sudden death situation. The first pin, first submission wins it. It's that simple. And look at this.
Oh, wow.
Jeff Hardy had his back to the champion. Not good advice, quite frankly, in hindsight. And the Rated R Superstar making the risk taker pay.
Well, you got to have your back to somebody in this matchup here constantly. It's a triple threat. There's 3 men out here, every man for himself.
2 of the men, the champion of Triple H on the outside. And Jeff Hardy joining them with that risk-taking mantra of his. The game able to avoid Hardy's contact.
Well, it's that reckless style of Jeff Hardy. It paid off there for sure.
Again, no countouts.
Paid off.
But slobber-knocking clotheslines are legal.
This is how Triple H here kind of put Edge in harm's way. And then set himself up for this right here. Boom! Tremendous by the Cerebral Assassin.
Great awareness, great ring awareness by Triple H, looking to become the champion for the 13th time here tonight. Hardy upside down, his head bouncing off the exposed concrete.
Well, listen, it's well documented that Triple H is one of the most clever and crafty, intelligent competitors in the history of the WWE.
All 3 of these men are lifelong fans. All 3 of these men have prepared, no doubt, expertly. But no one takes it to the level that does the Cerebral Assassin, who's getting hammered right now. With Hardy out of the picture, let's see if the Ultimate Opportunist can take advantage.
Look at that, just talk about opportunity. WWE Champion Edge is blasting the game in the head. Is there anybody more controversial than our champion in Edge? Jeez.
Triple H retaliating with a take the right fist in a triple threat match, and it's one-on-one. It's time to make hay. Even though the sun's not shining tonight, there's a cover. The hook of the foreleg results in a near fall.
Well, I tell you what, like him or not, I respect the tenacity of Edge to go for a quick win. Not easy to do with Triple H, though. Try and get out of here if you can, if you're the champion, quickly.
The game connects with a perfectly executed high knee.
Triple H blasting Edge. And speaking of blasting, tremendous counter with the neck breaker.
The game with no wasted motion. Steps in with that reverse neck breaker on Edge, who has had some neck issues in his career.
That's not going to help the neck issues of the champion.
Nice high impact.
Triple H bringing it big time.
Triple H looking to not make any mistakes. Building the momentum, all important momentum.
Look, Jay, look.
Jeff Hardy back. Jeff Hardy had been out of sight, out of mind momentarily.
That's what happens. You take your mind off of the third competitor at times.
And Jeff Hardy lowered his head, and again the game one step ahead, no pun intended, of his challenger.
Triple H was zoning in for like a pedigree on Edge earlier, and speaking of pedigrees, look at this.
The game looking to pedigree the champion. Jeff Hardy whispers in the wind. He got some of the game, no doubt about that. Maybe a little bit of the WWE champion as well.
The explosive Jeff Hardy leveling the playing field. All three competitors are down.
Game.
Only the triple threat match will see something like this. They can't go for the coup de grace, and then look at that. Oh, man.
Hardy got Triple H right in the head. May have concussed the cerebral assassin. And Jeff Hardy's unorthodox offense looking for three. The count broken up wisely by Triple H. So the match continues.
As you put it, JR, it's more like a sudden death type of situation. Oh, what a triple threat. First pinfall or submission. This bad boy's over.
Hardy trying to leap up on the turnbuckle. His foot slips. Hardy, then you see the position that he landed in very gingerly. And now Edge looking to take advantage.
Well, that's what happens when you have that unpredictable style of Jeff Hardy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, wait a minute.
Good grief. The game getting underneath Edge. And Hardy taking advantage. Edge in the electric chair position just got shot to the canvas. Both the game and Edge are down. Can Hardy capitalize?
I think Edge is right for the picking right here for either one of the co-number-1 contenders. Here we go.
Title on the line. Leg is hooked. And again, third time in the match. The game interrupts the count to continue the match.
Check out this whisper in the wind. Look at it. Look at Edge just getting all of Jeff Hardy's leg across his face. There's another angle of it. Oh, my God. Did Edge ever land ugly or what?
And that was a great opportunity for Jeff Hardy that he couldn't capitalize on.
Look.
The game looking for a pedigree. Jeff Hardy counters, and Triple H eats some turnbuckle. Both feet, you see the high impact, driving the air out of the game, right into the sternum with both feet.
Jeff Hardy, as usual, giving his utmost during a matchup.
And the unpredictability, the intangible factor of a triple threat match comes into play. There's a cover. The champion.
Speaking of the ultimate opportunist, Edge almost grabbed one right there over Hardy. Look at us knocking the air right out of Triple H.
Both feet sticking the game in the chest. And now it's almost a one-on-one thing with Jeff Hardy and Edge, the only man standing at this moment.
Well, Edge barely standing, but Edge
looking to spear Hardy. Got the game instead. The clothesline over the top. Goes the WWE champion. Could it be Jeff Hardy's night? Or is it a 13-timer for the game?
Here we go.
The twist of fate scores.
There goes Jeff Hardy.
Hardy looking to take it all.
Hardy's gonna get it.
Swan time. His Hardy pins. The game is over.
You new champ.
We've got a new champion.
New champion.
Get free. And Edge says no. Emphatically and physically no. This match will continue.
Edge just snatching victory away from Jeff Hardy and saving his own WWE Championship in the process.
And Hardy's body thrown against a security wall. His carcass railing the security wall, which is so unforgiving.
And I just got a glance at Edge's eyes, and words can't describe that wily look. Watch this, Edge going for a spear. Leapfrog by Hardy, and the game broke. You know, he ate the bullet there.
The game got the spear, the game got the swanton. And now can Edge get the advantage and beat Jeff Hardy? One thing about the triple threat match, you can't get counted out, but you gotta have your opponent in the ring to get the pinfall or submission. Referee can't disqualify. Referee can't count out.
That's what brings the intensity, up the intensity in this type of matchup and the viciousness. And there's no doubt about it, the Rated R Superstar possesses those traits.
All the ante's up high. Everybody's all in on this one. And this time it's the champion with that wild-eyed look against a face full of announce desk.
Jeff Hardy showing nothing but heart and resiliency.
Hardy sent an Edge for a very unceremonious ride with an extremely abrupt ending. I think business, as far as Jeff Hardy's concerned, has picked up.
I think you might be right about that. Bad intentions on the mind of the Extreme Enigma.
And remember now that the referee is helpless as to what he can or can't do here.
It's all legal. All legal.
We are looking for one fall or one submission, but it's got to be done in the ring. And the game puts himself right back in the hunt.
The cerebral assassin attacks again. Picks his spot. Scores a home run on it, man. That was just great timing on the game's part.
Amazing physicality. These three men paying a supreme price to become WWE champion.
Sting getting straight up nasty.
You know what it means to the heart and in the soul of these three men to be the most coveted champion in all the WWE.
Well, the ultimate prize is at stake, the WWE title. And Triple H lives for that championship. Has worked for years and years so hard for the title. Was stolen from him last month and wants it back now.
Jeff Hardy's soul is haunted by the fact that he's never been the WWE champion. Edge just regained the WWE title. But look at Triple H fighting with everything he's got to eliminate Jeff Hardy here and now, once and for all. It could be disaster for the strange enigma.
Oh, something bad is gonna happen. You can feel it. You can feel it building. Oh, good God.
Pedigree. Hardy. Tried the twist of fate.
Watch out!
Oh, my God almighty. Good Lord. The spirit through the table. The heart and soul of Jeff Hardy has just been speared right out of this arena by Edge. Our table destroyed. Jeff Hardy's chances destroyed. And what has Edge done to himself? And where does this leave the game?
That was insane. That was one of the most insane things I've seen in years, I'm telling you. There's no way Hardy's getting up after that. Done. Good God.
Amazing. Look at this.
For the pedigree.
You can see it. You can hear the impact. And now back in the ring.
Oh, here
the
it goes.
game looking to win
Here
it.
it goes.
Let's come back to one-on-one. The DDT. That impaler-like DDT by Edge has just planted Triple H. Neither man can be counted out. We're going to continue. This fight lasts all night long.
I'm speechless out here. Things our announce table just imploded at Jeff Hardy's body. And now
Edge now has the advantage. Edge thinking spear one has to assume. The game is weak leg, but with a double-A spine buster, the game is able to pull himself together. And maybe that's the move that Triple H needed to become WWE champion one more time.
I think the game is zoning in, and here comes the pedigree. Triple H is going to get his title back.
Wait a minute. Kozlov. Vladimir Kozlov.
What the?
Kozlov wanted to win this match. Can't be disqualified, but just saved Edge's title.
Hey, that's Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy coming to get some retribution for Kozlov from earlier tonight. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Look at Jeff. Look at
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy.
Oh, Kozlov, you son. Kozlov just dumped Jeff Hardy off the top turnbuckle. And after what Hardy's endured, Matt Hardy trying to retaliate with this huge, powerful Russian.
This is all legal. Again, triple threat, no disqualification. It's kind of like...
No countouts. There's one man in the ring. He's the WWE champion. We have had chaos. This match is mired with controversy. But we still have the WWE title match in progress. Triple H trying to will his way back into the squared circle.
You can just see Triple H and Edge both physically spent. Body's been battered here. Oh, man!
And there's a spear! There's a spear! A thunderous spear!
Oh, no.
It should be! It will be not! It will be not three!
Talk about resiliency, the toughness, the fortitude of the game.
The will to be WWE champion and what it means to the cerebral assassin, able to kick out. What's this maniac doing? Good God.
Well, hey, listen, desperate men do desperate things.
It's the eyes of a madman. It's the eyes of a madman. Look at this chair.
Oh.
We know exactly what the WWE champion is planning.
Oh, no.
Concerto. And my God, there's Jeff Hardy. Oh, bam. Wow. Where in the heck did Jeff Hardy come from? Hardy going to the top. That's it. Oh, no. Oh, it's so close. Hardy has been so close, but seemingly every time something happens.
Triple H was smart enough to realize the momentum rapidly was shifting in Hardy's corner, and Triple H had to stop it.
A base, an elementary. What a brilliant counter for the game to put Hardy in the position he's in. The WWE champion is barely able to stand.
Oh, here we go.
We could be a pedigree away. And that did it. The game sticks to pedigree.
Triple H. Where's Hardy?
Hardy. My God, Jeff Hardy. Swanton. Hardy wins. Jeff Hardy wins. Jeff Hardy's realized the dream of a lifetime.
WWE Champion, Jeff Hardy.
My God, I don't believe it. From daredevil to champion. From enigma to icon.
Tonight truly was a new chapter in Jeff Hardy's career.
The following is an I Quit match. There will be no pinfalls, no countouts, and no disqualifications. The only way to achieve victory is to make your opponent say the words, "I quit." Introducing first, from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing 225 pounds, Jeff Hardy!
Well, late last year, Jeff Hardy realized his lifelong dream of winning the WWE Championship, only to have it ripped away by his own brother, Matt Hardy, at the Royal Rumble. And JR, their relationship has imploded and has deteriorated to such a vicious, savage level.
Well, it's a brotherly bond that has been betrayed. It is a family divided. But one of these two brothers tonight will be forced to say, "I quit," and the world will hear it.
King, what are the psychological ramifications of saying those two words, "I quit"?
Well, it means more than getting pinned. It means more than submitting. I mean, it is a personal, deeply personal thing, especially between two brothers. When you have to look that person in the eye and say that you quit, you're admitting they're the better man. You're admitting that you are not up to their standards, and that's something that neither one of these brothers want to have to do.
And his opponent, from Cameron, North Carolina, weighs 236 pounds, Matt Hardy!
JR, simple question. Does Matt Hardy have his brother Jeff Hardy's number?
Well, if the last 3 times they met have any indication, my answer would be yes. It happened at WrestleMania in the Extreme Rules. It happened on Friday Night SmackDown in the Spectrum matchup. Then we saw recently on SmackDown in a tag team match where Matt Hardy had his brother's number. Right now, Matt Hardy is 3-0 and looking for the 4-game sweep of his younger brother.
I'm going to tell you something that I see. This is just a personal observation. We're seeing a little bit of a different Jeff Hardy in the fact that there's no face paint. He doesn't look that extreme look that we usually see on Jeff Hardy. You know, that takes time before a match. Jeff has to sit down in front of a mirror. He has to paint his face. But I don't think he wanted to take the time to do that tonight. I think that he has been concentrating solely on this match and solely on his brother, and that is all that is on his mind.
Well, Jeff Hardy said on Friday night on SmackDown that words like extreme and intensity used to mean everything to me, but things have changed, Matt. He claims Matt's overconfidence will kill him tonight. This is an I quit match between two brothers.
So we're not looking for pins. Well, no countouts, no disqualifications. The match can only end when one of these two men say, "I quit." It's as simple as that.
And it's going to happen. One of these guys is going to admit to the other that he quits, that he's had enough.
Jeff Hardy's had enough of Matt Hardy's antics over the past number of months.
I've been told that our referee has a microphone in his back pocket, that he will have that microphone close enough that when those words are uttered, we're all going to hear who says, "I quit."
Jeff certainly seems focused on punishing his brother. Punch over the top. Hit it smart. And you notice the referee's not counting because there are no countouts.
Sometimes you watch these maneuvers or these really death-defying feats that Jeff Hardy performs, and you think sometimes they're more detrimental to Jeff than they are to his opponent. Now what's he got in mind?
Not worried about that tonight. Matt Hardy slamming spine and neck first into the barricade.
That became a Hardy sandwich between his brother and the security wall. And Matt Hardy, look at this.
First Matt thrown into the wall, with great impact, and then incoming, Jeff Hardy.
Let's not forget that Jeff was the victim of a number of accidents, quote unquote. including a fire that killed Jeff Hardy's his dog, the love of his life.
Well, Michael, come on, let's see. You say quote unquote accident? I think we all know. Matt had to be behind those things.
Look at Jeff Hardy, who is punishing Matt.
Jeff felt in the back of his head there that may have addled him as well when he delivered that mule kick to his brother.
I'm just waiting. It's going to happen soon. That referee's going to pull out that microphone, stick it in one of these brothers' faces.
I'm just amazed at the relationship between these two brothers is deteriorated to such a level.
A lot of bad blood, a lot of seriously bad things have gone down between these two young men.
Even the WWE was both their dreams. Held the tag team title 6 different times.
What do you say, huh? Do you want to say it, man?
Remember, if Matt Hardy had uttered the words, "I quit," this match would have been over.
Sounds awfully simple. 2 words, 5 letters. I quit, as the late Gordon Sully said, but this is going to be one heck of a journey before either of these two men will allow themselves to say, "I quit."
You're right. No one wants to say that.
Look at Matt's face.
You can't allow yourself. It's unthinkable to say that.
I got a question for you guys. As Jeff Hardy continues the pressure in that sleeper hold on Matt Hardy, you apply a hold like the sleeper and your opponent passes out.
That's not going to end the match.
Exactly. Have to utter the words, "I quit."
Wake him up. I'm sure he'll be happy to say, "I quit." And don't do this again.
And Matt Hardy.
I just noticed that Matt Hardy's face looked already starting to swell a little bit. His eyes are a little puffy from that onslaught, the early going onslaught by Jeff Hardy.
I saw the expression in the face of Matt Hardy change. You want to know what Matt Hardy's all about in a snapshot?
Well, I can say one thing about that swelling, JR. The swelling of his face kind of goes with his ego as of now.
There you go.
It's swollen.
Now Jeff Hardy looking to take a high risk, and that time it backfired.
Come on, Jeff, huh? What do you say, Jeff? No.
Again, you want a snapshot of Matt Hardy. Remember what happened a couple of weeks ago when Big Show knocked Jeff Hardy out? Jeff Hardy was unconscious, and Matt Hardy came into the ring and assaulted the man. Jeff Hardy was helpless, defenseless, and his own brother attacked him.
And now, brother Matthew Moore Hardy, as his brother Jeff called him, is in attack mode. And this is just a brawl, an onslaught.
This is, we all know that this is going to have to get really, really ugly before it's over.
Well, the pride of both of these men.
Do you want to say it? Do you want to say it? No.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah, you could have
Come on,
to say
Jeff,
it here.
huh?
Or suffer a broken leg.
Oh, what happened is when Jeff Hardy was pushed off the top rope by Matt, it looked like he tweaked his knee or some part of the leg, and Matt Hardy has turned his attack, focused it on the legs of Jeff Hardy.
Well, Jeff said about his own brother Matt, he's sick, he's twisted, he's demented. I think we're about to see those qualities rise to the surface now that Matt realizes Jeff is hurt now.
Look at his smile. See the smile on the face of Matt?
Demented.
And Matt Hardy. And Matt screaming, ask
Do
him.
you say it? Do you say it, Jeff?
Forget it. No. There are no submissions. Jeff Hardy cannot tap out here. Perhaps the only way out of this is to say, "I quit."
Do you say it, Jeff? No.
And that's unusual strategy. Matt Hardy did a lot of damage to that figure 4. And now let's see how much more damage Matt attempts on the legs of his brother.
Oh, Matt.
I think that Matt is without a doubt targeting that left Oh, leg of his brother Jeff.
That's the one that looked like he tweaked when he was knocked off the top rope. But the other thing about this King is Jeff Hardy's such a high flyer. He's such a daredevil. And when you take the legs out, he can't fly.
Exactly right.
They're taking
Matt
the
knows that. That's the thing about these two guys. No one on earth knows each other better than they know themselves.
Look at
and their brother. Oh,
Matt mocking Jeff Hardy. Well, the other thing these two men know about each other as well is the amount of punishment each can take. Type of matches they've been in over the years. And again, Matt Hardy back to the figure four.
There it is, JR.
Matt left the figure four long enough to inflict more pain. Goes right back to it. Like the begrudging Matt Hardy or not, the jealous Matt Hardy or not, he is very, very intelligent.
Do you want to quit?
No! And we say there's no submission, but in effect, with this hold, if...
Oh, look at reversing the pressure.
If one of these men say, I quit, they've submitted and they've lost.
Now it's Matt Hardy who's suffering the pain, correct?
Matt, do you want to quit?
Well, once you can roll your opponent over, now it's back, the pressure is back on the legs of Jeff Hardy.
And the referee cannot break the hold if you get to the ropes. Matt had to do that on his own accord. Jeff's hurt.
Jeff trying to protect his left leg to no avail.
Matt gets some sort of sick joy out of this.
Both these young men are hurting. Oh!
I said that Matt Hardy has evil envy towards his brother, and we're seeing that evilness in full display tonight.
Look at the position of the leg and the knee.
Jeff may have to quit here.
Quit! Jeff, quit!
The thing about it is Jeff Hardy.
What do you say, Jeff?
Forget it! Forget it! I think he could be more adamant than that.
Jeff Hardy willing to have his leg snapped to prevent himself from saying, I quit.
Jeff, quit! Do you want to quit? No! Quit! Quit!
Matt is screaming, just quit, quit, quit. Frustration perhaps beginning to build.
Now what? Oh, that.
No telling what Matt Hardy's capable of. Almost in a weird state.
I think Matt Hardy's been unstable for longer than perhaps we all knew. I never knew that Matt had that inner jealousy that he obviously possesses towards his own flesh and blood.
Look at this, look at this, look at it, look at.
Come on, Jeff!
And look at it, the referee can't stop this unless Jeff says he quits.
Do you want to say it? No! No! He said no!
And Matt just becoming increasingly frustrated. Jeff, though, the fight he still has left in him. And now it's Matt Hardy who perhaps is in trouble. Jeff Hardy on one leg. Can he balance himself? He does!
Whisper in the wind connects. But look at the collateral damage done to these siblings.
If this were a normal match, that might have been enough for Jeff to get a 3 count to get a pin. But that's not going to win this match. Look at this, a move, though.
Oh, just amazing he was able to balance on the injured leg. Jeff Hardy's dragging his leg around the ring.
Man, how challenging must this be for their own father to watch?
Well, Matt Hardy's... Oh, look it! Matt Hardy's cut off all communication with his father over the past couple of months.
Hey, we talk about what the, this turn that we've witnessed in Matt. I mean, who would have ever thought that Matt Hardy was capable?
Look at
this Texas Cloverleaf. Another submission maneuver.
I was going to say, who would have thought that Matt Hardy was capable of these, as you call
look at Matt's tapping, but he can't tap out. No submissions.
What?
Do you want to quit? No.
Getting to the ropes won't stop this either.
Matt Hardy's no is of a very desperate tone, And obviously, and rightfully so. That Texas Cloverleaf is a lethal maneuver.
Going for the twist of fate. Oh! Suddenly, it's Jeff Hardy with the clearer head. And there's the twist of fate.
Well, Jeff said he was going to be sick and twisted. And that swanton bomb on your own brother is about as sick and twisted as one can be.
Well, Jeff says on just...
Do you want to quit? No, Jeff, no.
Matt Hardy says no.
Jeff says, I'm just as crazy as I've ever been. You will need all of that to get Matt to quit.
I don't know that Matt Hardy has a conscience. I'd like to think that his brother does, and having a conscience may cost Jeff here tonight.
Another swanton!
I don't know how you can have a conscience after what Matt Hardy's put his brother through.
I don't know how Matt Hardy cannot say that he quits right now.
Whatever Jeff is thinking of bringing out is legal.
Well, the ante has just been upped.
Well, we know there's all sorts of things underneath a WWE ring, and there's a table. There's actually a chant earlier on from our WWE fans here tonight. We want a table. Well, you're getting your wish.
Jeff Hardy just drew pocket aces and got another ace on the flop. He's going to try to put his brother away here quickly, emphatically, with a unfriendly table.
For Jeff Hardy, you just look across the ring, JR, you look in the eyes of Matt Hardy, you just realize he's not your brother anymore. Is that the mentality you've got to take?
I really don't know. I can't identify with that. I really can't.
Can't either. I mean, I've got a 4-year-old brother that's 4 years older than me, and we've had some...
Oh, look at Matt Hardy!
Whoa!
That's almighty! Good God, what a splash! A human splash from both men.
Well, Matt Hardy realized the table was in the ring. He thought he had rolled out of harm's way to the outside, but it may have cost him.
I think any siblings can relate to disagreements, even fights sometimes. As I said, I have 4-year-old brother's 4 years older than me. We fought, but never anything to this extent. Never anything like this.
This is business.
Now what? Come on, if you got a table.
What the? Did he just...
What that is?
I thought I saw and I did. Duct tape. Jeff, what the? Oh man, you gotta be kidding me.
Matt Hardy's been the victim of 2 twists of fate, 2 swantons, and right now he's lying there in La La Land. When his head clears and he realizes what's happened.
What's Jeff doing? What is running through Jeff Hardy's head?
Well, technically, he's just taped his brother. I don't know what there's got to be some sort of reason behind it.
A little wretched restraint by his...
Is that a rope?
No.
It's obvious that Jeff Hardy has given what he's doing some thought.
This does not look good for Matt.
Referee's helpless.
JR, can you help me out here? What is Jeff up to?
He's up to looking to get that one big win, big move to get his brother to say he quit.
You think he's trying to torture his brother?
Oh, I think that's exactly it. This is the middle part.
You gotta say it. Do you want to say it, Matt?
Oh my Lord.
I think you might want to say it, man.
his eyes.
Jeff, I'm sorry about everything. I'm sorry about you being off the road. I love you, Jeff. I love you. Jeff, listen to me. I love you. We're brothers. Jeff, we're brothers. A brother is the strongest bond you can have in the world. Jeff, don't listen to them. I've always told you, don't listen to them. They get you in trouble. Jeff, Matt loves you. Matt and Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys. We can do it all again. Jeff, our mom wouldn't want this. In heaven, she's looking down on us. She wouldn't want this, Jeff. Our dad's at home sick, Jeff. Please. Daddy wouldn't like it if you did this, Jeff. Please. Jeff, I love you. Jeff, I'm sorry. Jeff, I quit. He said it.
Matt Hardy quit. Oh! And Jeff Hardy did not accept the apology. For Matt Hardy, it was way too late. I'm sorry.
Jeff Hardy! The following is a ladder match for the World Heavyweight Championship.
You think you know me?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the World Heavyweight Champion and one of the greatest ladder match performers of all time.
Well, certainly going into this match, Edge's personal life was more scrutinized than Tom Brady's left knee. But Edge has got to leave his personal and marital issues aside. The stakes are high. Hanging above the ring, about 20 feet, is a heavyweight title. And that's what's at stake tonight. Sometimes it's very difficult to look back at matches that really launch a career. And for both Edge and Jeff Hardy, that happened in 1999 at the first ever tag team ladder match at No Mercy in Cleveland. And on that night, it was Jeff Hardy who eliminated Edge. Let's bear that in mind.
The charismatic #1 contender. And if there was any night of the year, any pay-per-view that you perhaps wouldn't want to face Jeff Hardy, it would have to be on this night in Extreme Rules.
And as we saw Friday night, a on SmackDown, Jeff Hardy is not superstitious. He was weaving in and out under those ladders as if, well, they were just ladders.
Well, Edge has said that Jeff Hardy is a screw-up and that Jeff Hardy's not championship material. He just lives for the moment. It's just too big of a carefree lifestyle. And Hardy said, hey, listen, living for the moment will not be my downfall. It will be my salvation. Ladders are my comfort zone.
This match will have no pinfalls and no submissions. First man to climb a ladder and retrieve the World Heavyweight Championship belt will be the winner. And let's remember this, neither of these men have ever lost at Extreme Rules.
Introducing first, the challenger from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing 225 pounds, Jeff Hardy! And his opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing 241 pounds, he is the current World Heavyweight Champion, the Rated R Superstar, Edge!
Edge's eyes look like he was out all night with poke salad Annie. They're bulging. He's already in game face, game mode. On an emotional night for him, but also an emotional night for Jeff Hardy.
Two masters of the extreme clashing for the ultimate glory.
And you know, the early part of this match will be about, it won't be about feeling out. These men know each other too well. It'll be about beating down and debilitating, being able to incapacitate and then utilize the ladder to climb it and retrieve the world title.
JR, in your opinion, is there a better ladder match performer out there, or are these the two best?
I think these are the two best. They've been in more ladder matches than anyone in WWE history. Their records speak for themselves. I don't know who you could put in this same category. It's arguable, but these are the two best in my eyes.
Well, Jeff Hardy has made a prediction for tonight. He told Edge last week that people will talk about this match forever, long after we're gone.
That's a strong statement.
First ever ladder match at WrestleMania 10, Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon. It is the litmus for all other ladder matches. Both of these superstars sat at home, probably watched that match, thought maybe one day their dream would come true. Perhaps they could compete in a ladder match, and tonight they have that opportunity for the World Heavyweight title. Jeff Hardy defeated Edge in a one-on-one contest in order to name this stipulation. There was no hesitation in Jeff Hardy's voice. He wanted a ladder match, and here we are.
Face first suplex. You know, most men you talk to in WWE would not want to be in a ladder match under any circumstances. Much less, it's just too darn risky. And it's grueling. And it's career-threatening, quite frankly.
No doubt you put your physical well-being on the line, just like that. A baseball slide by Edge right into the ladder, which in turn went right into the ribcage of Jeff Hardy.
Well, the goal was, in the early part, as we mentioned, disable your opponent. Obviously, Edge, right there, low drop kick, wasn't totally disabled. He's still parking in regular spots.
Jeff Hardy defeated Edge at Armageddon for his first ever WWE title. Edge, in turn, defeated Jeff Hardy at the Royal Rumble one-on-one to regain that championship.
Yeah, with a lot of help from Jeff's brother, the ever-loving, egocentric Matt Hardy. Whoa! Oh, the ribs could be cracking.
Edge was hoping perhaps that he could get a foothold on the apron. Instead, his chest collided with that ladder.
The issue is that these ladders are just not going to give, but the anatomy will. Look at this. Watch over the top and right there.
Jeff Hardy is a professional risk taker and now has an opportunity to grab the gold.
This is it for Jeff Hardy. First man to try to climb the ladder tonight. And the first man to be punished for it.
There's so many options, Jay. I don't think I've ever seen this many ladders in one place.
A lot of options, one goal. And then one ladder is going to take you where you want to go. And that's straight up to the top. And Hardy just got mangled and tangled and got dangled by that ladder. And now you see the position Jeff Hardy's in and the ladder.
Look at the twisted metal. That was all caused by Jeff Hardy's body.
Maybe some twisted bones, tissue and muscle. And what's this? Right here.
And not that any place is a good place to get hit by a ladder, but Jeff Hardy in a very uncomfortable landing.
Well, uncomfortable is one way to put it. Jeff may be incapacitated, as we alluded to earlier. That's the object in the early part of any ladder match. Incapacitate and climb.
Edge, the ultimate opportunist, always seems to have something in mind, some sort of game plan.
Turnbuckles are bad enough. The ladders make it even worse, obviously. As we're seeing, these ladders can be used as very evil assets.
Edge, spear! Went for the abdomen of Hardy instead, found one of the rungs of that ladder.
Edge was looking for the brakes, couldn't find it. Went head first into the ladder, and now can Hardy offer? Right here, the slap, the smack.
And let's be honest, JR, Jeff Hardy would love this to turn into a human demolition derby. That's the way Jeff Hardy likes it. Willing to crash and burn, willing to climb higher, fall further than any opponent.
We've seen Hardy use those maneuvers right there before many times. Squeezing that ladder in, making that ladder the meat of that sandwich was a little bit punishing, to say the very least.
Tonight, Edge has promised the extermination of Jeff Hardy as we know it. We've already seen 3 championships change hands tonight. The WWE title, ECW title, and Intercontinental Championship.
Look out here.
All have new holders.
You can almost feel it. Edge seeing Jeff Hardy up the corner of his eye. Edge too smart, too calculating, especially in these ladder matches, to get caught in the same position again.
And you've got to be aware of the aftershock of any type of collision with a ladder. You've got to keep your head on a swivel. There's always more steel to follow. What's Edge got in store here? It's all like a chopping block.
Hardy's legs now being pulled. Or more of his torso is in between the ladders. And look at this, a sharpshooter. Jeff Hardy's caught between the ladder and a sharpshooter. But he's tapping, but the match can't end by a tap out.
It's not a submission match, it's a ladder match. And Edge, at this point, seems to be in complete control, but still much work to be done if Edge wants to grab that World Heavyweight Championship.
It's going to be kind of tough to climb a ladder on one leg, I can promise you. Like the one-armed man in that paper hanging contest. He doesn't usually finish first.
And now Edge, I don't know if that ladder's up to task. Trying to straighten it out. It's been banged and bruised against Hardy's body.
If I were Edge, I'd try it, up to task or not. You gotta go for it. Edge has got this opportunity, a golden opportunity. No pun intended, hanging above his head. Jeff Hardy, Jeff Hardy! Oh, Jeff Hardy drop-kicking ladder and human body. And they both go crashing to canvas. 2 bodies, 1 ladder, and the title still hanging.
It was almost as if Jeff Hardy waited to the opportune moment, waited till Edge got to the perfect height and then hit this drop kick.
You hear the impact. You hear the smack of flesh as Hardy took down the ladder and his competitor, his opponent, the reigning world champion Edge. And Hardy, the first man up, but how is Jeff Hardy standing?
Hardy trying to get that ladder back in operational condition.
Well, Hardy's, I don't know what, Jeff trying to stabilize the ladder. He's not going to climb it that way, obviously.
The unique Extreme Enigma has something planned here for Edge.
Well, this is not about climbing a ladder. It's about destroying the champion.
That could pinch your flesh right off.
How do you break a fall? Break your ribs. Internal damage could be forthcoming for the champion. Look at this here. Look at this. There's no way to grab anything to break a fall or to reduce the impact. It was just there, and it was just going to happen. And the champion's got to endure it.
And Jeff Hardy has found another ladder, a working ladder, and now Jeff Hardy with the opportunity to climb to the top.
Well, one ladder has been disabled, and perhaps two bodies, and this is a bigger ladder.
Look at the size of that ladder. It's 15 feet high. And a twist of fate.
Climb it, Jeff.
This is the moment.
Jeff Hardy's got the opportunity to climb the ladder. One rung at a time, Jeff. One step at a time to glory.
The risk taker.
Jeff's done it before. Can he do it again? But Jeff's a long ways from the ladder, or from the world title hanging. And Jeff's got it.
He's got to unhook it, though.
Jeff Hardy could win it right here. Oh, my God. Edge jerked Jeff Hardy down, and Hardy's jaw popped right off the ladder, and the world title is still hanging. Hardy trying to get the feeling back into his left leg, which may have been destroyed on that fall. Look at this. Hardy grabbing the title, couldn't unhook it. Edge desperately pulling hard, jerking Hardy down.
Not only did Hardy suffer that shot to the jaw, but you can see the after effects on that left knee. Hardy can barely stand right now.
Well, in 2 words in a ladder match, what do you want to do to survive? 2 words, eliminate dissents. And that was a hellacious dissent by Jeff Hardy. I don't care who wins or who loses, it's a competition. These men may never be the same, no less. Jeff Hardy on adrenaline and on will. Hardy!
Whisper in the wind from off the ladder.
Hardy went about 3/4 of the way up the ladder. Executes Whisper of the Wind literally in a blink of an eye.
There's nothing that Hardy won't do. Hardy never wavering at all. Look at that Whisper in the wind.
Under normal circumstances, if this was pinfalls, Hardy would have won it right there. You've got to believe, after all the abuse that Edge has taken, Hardy could have won the match if pinfalls had counted. But it's not about pinfalls. It's about climbing the ladder and retrieving the world title, which is hanging about 20 feet above the ring.
And Edge has criticized Jeff Hardy, saying Jeff only makes highlight reels. He doesn't win matches. Edge says that he does. But right now, Hardy literally just steps away from winning the World Heavyweight Championship.
Hardy more prudently positioning that ladder. And, taking Jeff Hardy taking Edge to the floor, and himself, obviously. And now it is a gut check. Who's going to be able to get back in the ring and capitalize on the one ladder that is sitting almost directly under the world title?
Hardy.
And that was a perfect shot. That was a bullseye. Right in the face by Edge.
Jeff Hardy's had most of the offense the past few minutes. Edge trying to get something going his way right now, and why not grab a ladder to build some momentum?
Well, Edge knows he's got to totally incapacitate Jeff Hardy to retain the world title. Edge knows that. And so does Jeff Hardy. Both Edge and Hardy they got to be completely out for the other to win. That's the bottom line.
Edge looked like he was perhaps going to try and suplex Hardy onto that ladder.
Right here near us and into the security wall with ladders and
I can tell you one thing, they're not going to run out of ladders to use tonight. They're everywhere.
And the ladders again becomes another opportunity to become an evil asset.
Well, caution is not an attribute either one of these men can afford to have in this match, and none has shown it.
I don't know how both these men are even standing, much less functioning, and Hardy's body just wrapped around these steel steps. And at some point, Mother Nature has to intervene. The human anatomy has to give away. Again, ladder and security wall.
And right now, Edge has all the momentum in the world. Can the Rated R superstar cash in?
This is absolute carnage.
And staggering over the steel steps, and Hardy.
It just goes to show you what these two men will put their bodies through, how they will shorten their careers to become the world's champion.
This is a match that can shorten careers. Both these men are putting their physical will on the line.
I don't know. Jeff Hardy was sailing. Edge got hung up on the security wall. And Jeff Hardy somehow, my God, has bounced up off the concrete.
It looked like a neck breaker, a running neck breaker, and Edge right on top of that security wall.
Jeff Hardy is a human thrill ride.
Take a look at this again.
Jeff Hardy looking to finally debilitate, eliminate Edge's opportunity to remain champion once and for all. And my God, what is Jeff Hardy thinking?
This may be the moment, JR. Edge not moving on one ladder while Hardy climbs another.
Edge on the, wait.
And Hardy took his eyes off the prize, so to speak, and now Edge gonna meet Hardy at the top of this ladder.
This could be one of the major moments in this match. Both men on this huge ladder outside the ring.
Oh, God.
The ladder. No! God! Bodies and ladders are broken.
They just snapped a steel ladder in half.
And these two men may have also just snapped their careers in half.
Listen to the impact. Both these men worse for wear now, but Edge moving and Hardy grasping his shoulder.
Look at even the steel was broken. The ladders were broken. So one can only imagine what that has done to the two bodies of the champion and his #1 contender.
The internal injuries must be
But
massive.
yet somehow, some way, they have come back in the ring. Some way they're back in the ring, and they're continuing to try to will their way up the ladder to greatness.
No matter what happens on the outside of the ring, the only thing that matters is hanging above the ring, and that's the World Heavyweight title.
Well, the referee went down, and a good thing there's another referee here. Still there's no pin or submission. Jeff Hardy climbing one step at a time, closer to reaching the top of the mountain. Literally, one more time on the ladder.
Hardy's got his fingertips on it.
Oh, look at Edge. Edge got a spear. Oh my God!
It was a twist of fate.
In midair, Edge throwing a spear. Got caught with a twist of fate in midair. Edge just got drilled by Jeff Hardy. But remember, these two men have both gone through ladders. Look at this. Edge trying a maneuver that he made famous in another ladder match. It was countered by Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy was the victim of a midair spear.
And now Jeff is climbing again as Edge wows away on the canvas.
I don't know if Edge can get back in this thing after that counter in midair.
Both these men just fell out of the atmosphere, and now Hardy trying to climb again. Hardy, about 4 more rungs to go to get to the top.
But Edge, it's a race now. It's a race to the finish, to the top.
Hardy's got it.
Just got it. Just got the lap. He's got the title. He had it for just a moment. Hardy handling gold, and now Hardy's down. Edge has got it. It's Edge's match to win.
Both these superstars just inches away from unhooking that title.
Look at this. Edge pulled between the rungs of the ladder.
Edge cotton in no man's land, literally, and now Hardy.
Edge is hung up. Hardy's climbing. Edge is hung up. He can't go. Hardy's climbing.
It is done.
The Hardy Party has started again.
World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Hardy!
The Rated R Superstar has been crucified on a ladder as Jeff Hardy wins the World Heavyweight Championship.
The following is a tables, ladders, and chairs match, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. The first participant to obtain the title hanging over the ring will be declared the World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk has never competed in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. He will tonight, and Punk promised us earlier, it will be horrifying, it will be graphic, it will be hard to watch, and JR, I tend to believe it. CM Punk, back-to-back, 2-time Money in the Bank ladder match winner. No one has done that. CM Punk, as good as they get in ladder matches, but that's only 1/3 of the equation tonight. Tables and chairs will also play a huge factor. Is Punk ready for all three tonight? He is the straight-edge superstar, a renegade, if you will, and believes that his lifestyle can solve all of society's ills.
CM Punk, the Second City Saint, could leave here tonight the new World Heavyweight Champion. Well, we know that Jeff Hardy is not superstitious. Let's remember, ladies and gentlemen, this match has nothing to do with pins, nothing to do with submissions or countouts. Neither man can be disqualified. And once the bell rings, it's totally irrelevant that Jeff Hardy enters last as the world's champion, because the first man to climb the ladder, possess the title, will be the World Heavyweight Champion.
Remember, not only is this a specialty for Jeff Hardy, the TLC match is a concept that Hardy himself helped pioneer. This is only the 8th TLC match Jeff Hardy has competed in 5.
Well, Hardy will obviously have an experience advantage, that goes without saying, but this is a very austere match. TLC, it's severe and it's harsh. The grim realities is that people are going to get injured in this contest. The goal, debilitate and maim, and then climb. You debilitate, one maims, and then one climbs. No climbing, no winning.
Introducing first, the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 222 pounds, CM Punk. And his opponent from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing 225 pounds, he is the current World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Hardy.
This is no doubt one of the most brutal match concepts ever conceived. It's all about destruction. May the most extreme man win.
Punk is a great striker. He has an arsenal of submission maneuvers that we're likely to see in this matchup. Again, if a man is unable to climb a ladder, it's obvious that that individual cannot win the match. Championship hanging approximately 20 feet above the ring.
Everything's great in Jeff Hardy's life right now. Now he's the World Heavyweight Champion. He's at peace with his brother Matt. But CM Punk can bring Jeff Hardy's world to a screeching halt tonight, should he become the new champion.
Collar and elbow tie at both men in the early stages of what will be offensive onslaughts and risks taken. Look at those knees. The damage that can be done with knees to the sternum, and Hardy getting beat down early, does not bode well for how this match may finish.
And remember the past couple of weeks, all the hard shots that CM Punk delivered to the skull of Jeff Hardy with steel chairs.
Again, no countouts. Neither man can be disqualified. Here comes Punk's very adept at using a chair, as we have seen on Friday nights.
And Hardy already in big trouble just moments after the opening bell rang. Oh!
Smack a steel on spine. All legal in this cruel environment.
And Punk, it appears, is going for gold right away. Why not? CM Punk climbing the ladder. Hardy enters the fray. Just in time.
Jeff Hardy, out of desperation, able to intervene and upend CM Punk, and look at the aggression of Jeff Hardy.
Hardy now delivering some offense of his own.
I think Jeff calls that the Hardiac arrest. Both feet right to the chest.
Hardy told us last week that he loves the sound of tables breaking. It's music to his ears.
That is a unique enigma that would say that. And again, now Jeff Hardy, I guess all about climbing the ladder. Obtaining the World Championship, hanging 20 feet above the ring. That's where Hardy's headed.
And now Punk kicking the chair, or rather the ladder, right out from under Hardy.
Hardy's lucky he would have had a cleanup on aisle 3 from that ladder, I can tell you that. Go to sleep. Maybe for CM Punk, it may be nap time. Think of CM Punk hitting the go to sleep, which would pave the way right up the ladder to the gold.
And now Hardy going for a steel chair for the first time. Whoa! What elevation there, but CM Punk catches Hardy out of midair right on the spine.
Gosh almighty, the back of the chair driving right into the kidneys of Jeff Hardy, right into the lower back, and man, does CM Punk have a distinct advantage right now.
You can see Hardy wiggling his fingers, trying to get some nerve feeling back.
Watch the corner, watch the kidneys, right? Right there. Man, that was deadly. CM Punk was deadly. What a shot.
We've seen the aggression shown recently by CM Punk. It knows no bounds.
CM Punk, as we heard earlier tonight, predicting victory in this world title match, and the way things are going, that prophecy may come true.
Well, it's all about a lifestyle choice for CM Punk. He's promised to remove Jeff Hardy and his stain of bad examples forever.
Punk using the squared circle as his own personal pulpit.
Every week it's a sermon on the mount from CM Punk.
Jeff Hardy thought he put on the brakes, avoided the contact, and he did with the corner. The cuffs and shoe leather instead. That steel chair shot to Jeff Hardy is going to be really challenging for Hardy to overcome as this match continues. And now Hardy holding his left ankle. The structure of this match with tables, ladders, and chairs, no disqualifications. And CM Punk with a head-first suicide dive. And again, Punk was on point. May have hurt himself, but on point nonetheless.
And so far, Punk has been more extreme than the Extreme Enigma.
CM Punk has everything to gain in this match, namely the World Heavyweight title.
The very first TLC match happened 9 years ago, almost to the day, SummerSlam 2000, and yes, Jeff Hardy was involved in that match. And what does Punk have in mind now?
We've seen CM Punk do a lot of damage with Jeff Hardy in a steel chair.
No. Again.
And we've seen this. We've seen this. This is very disturbing, and Jeff Hardy fights out of the situation, knowing the eventuality of it. Boom! And Punk certainly aiming for Hardy's face.
Punk was trying to disfigure Jeff Hardy there with that shot.
Oh, nice. Oh! That one is gone.
Jeff Hardy just hit a curveball.
All the way to Mannywood. Hardy getting his swings in. Great agility by Punk and splat.
And that steel chair hit CM Punk right on the back of his elbow, which is one of CM Punk's weapons that he uses, that sharp elbow. The Muay Thai background from CM Punk.
Jeff Hardy returning the favor of previous weeks of chair abuse by CM Punk by now using a chair to retaliate on the #1 contender for Hardy's world title. Nice hang time.
There is nothing, and I do mean nothing, that either one of these individuals would not do to win this match. Ooh. And now we may see our first table action.
Well, you can ask yourself, folks watching with us, is what the heck's next? We sure don't know.
And Hardy.
High risk, high reward. Hit one big one, climb the ladder.
Roll the dice.
Or miss one big one and lose the title.
Right through the table goes Hardy, and this may be Punk's moment.
Again, CM Punk has got to regroup and climb the ladder. Look at Jeff Hardy. We're talking about high risk, high reward. That was a photo finish.
The Daredevil not connecting on his target.
And that's the name of the game, ladies and gentlemen, to debilitate one's opponent. So you can climb the ladder and reach the goal, become the World Heavyweight Champion.
There is not a seat to be had here in the Staples Center, and yet none of those seats are being used right now. Everyone on their feet, as Punk perhaps is just about 10 steps away from becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion.
The carcinogenic rules of this match have left Jeff Hardy, as you see him, on the outside. This is a larger ladder that CM Punk has brought into play. CM Punk climbing one rung of the ladder in time toward World Championship.
Punk's going up, Hardy holding on for dear life, as he should.
You wonder how much strength Jeff Hardy's got. With his back, his torso. Oh, no, hey, Jeff Hardy climbing.
Hardy makes the pass.
Jeff Hardy touched this title. He's going to possess it.
It has to be completely unhooked. And right now, CM Punk not allowing that to happen.
And Jeff Hardy in a bad place. My gosh. My gosh. Hardy. Oh, no. Hardy, the power bomb. Right off the ladder. Skinned the cat. Executed a power bomb on CM Punk. However, both men are down. Jeff Hardy, the faraway look in his eye, looked up, looked around. I think he's trying to see where he got feeling in his legs. He can move around. Look at this.
It looked like Punk was trying to put Hardy to sleep. And then, ooh, what a counter.
Look at this angle. CM Punk's head smacking off the canvas. Jeff Hardy looked like he was expelled from a car accident. Hardy trying to balance the ladder, and you can tell Hardy's unstable as he can be.
Both these athletes' equilibriums must be shot at this point as Hardy tries to steady himself and make the climb, the ultimate climb.
Jeff Hardy's fire burns with no sign of abatement. Hardy climbing deliberately, slowly, but as quickly, quite frankly, folks, as I think that he can. Look at that world title swinging, almost taunting Jeff Hardy. Swinging, and Hardy's got the title.
No!
Hardy, no, Punk!
No!
Oh, my God! Hardy straddling the top turnbuckle. Upside down goes Hardy. His abdomen and his torso turned inside out. And this crowd like us is in a state of near shock at what we're seeing.
Watch the distance.
How close?
Oh.
Man, you can tear a hamstring. Hardy lands on his neck. And look at CM Punk allowing no surcease, no timeouts with a world title in a TLC match.
This is not a match for the faint of heart, that's for sure. As Punk.
Oh, no. Both men off their feet.
Well, it's not going to be a smooth landing, I can tell you that.
They're in the danger zone, I can tell you that right now. Look at the ladder. Oh, God. A superplex from the top turnbuckle. Punk is hurt, and he delivered the maneuver. You can only imagine, ladies and gentlemen, how Jeff Hardy's spine and back off.
Well, Punk is driven by an undeniable thirst to recapture gold, and it is on full display right now. Driving Punk to links we didn't think possible. Watch this superplex.
cataclysmic results. Listen to the smack. That's human flesh on that ladder. And both men are casualties as a result of CM Punk's superplex. And that right there is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. The World Heavyweight title still hanging 20 feet above the ring.
And where's this coming from? Jeff Hardy with a twist of fate, just moments after being superplexed onto a steel ladder.
It's just heart adrenaline. Hardy is no doubt an adrenaline junkie. He's addicted to it.
Last week, Punk asked Jeff Hardy, do you think you can fly? Hardy said, I know I can fly. We may be seeing it right here. Top bomb.
The knees. CM Punk felt, saw, reacted to the Swanton bomb by pulling his knees up to protect himself, and then also driving the knees into the back of Jeff Hardy. Look at this.
The risk taker again.
Punk protected himself and countered simply by pulling his knees up. And Hardy got there in no man's land again. It's high risk, high reward. Ooh, what a knee. There's a strike that's dangerous.
Punk going back to basics right now. But Hardy, through the table!
The crash of the human anatomy. CM Punk was thinking bulldog headlock. Look at this turnabout, turnaround. Holding down Jeff Hardy's like trying to pour smoke through a keyhole. It just can't be done.
But you can tell how much damage has been done to Jeff Hardy's frame since the World Heavyweight Champion is barely stirring at this moment.
Both these men are showing amazing guts, amazing fortitude, with the prize still swinging above the ring, still hanging 20 feet, the World Heavyweight title. That's why they're putting their bodies on the line. That's why Hardy and Punk may never be the same after tonight.
This may be Hardy's best opportunity to claim gold.
Hardy trying to get the ladder steady. Near the, and Punk! Punk springboarding off the top turnbuckle, intercepting Hardy's jaunt up to the top. Jeff landing on the splat right out here in front of us.
And now Punk finding his second win, perhaps. And finding a chair as well. Look at that shot.
Punk with the interception, and now with a steel chair. And again, it's all legal in this environment.
Oh, no. Punk putting that chair like a noose around Hardy's neck.
And tucking Hardy to the gallows. And Hardy responds. Sidesteps Punk, and Punk hits the steel.
Looked like Punk went knees first right into that steel chair right across the spine.
On Hardy. Jeff Hardy is going ballistic in defense of his world title, in defense of his own body and soul in this match.
Spine-shattering shots delivered by Jeff Hardy.
Oh, Jeff Hardy has got something.
Hardy's grabbing anything available at this point.
Hardy has taken, rearranging ringside. I have no idea.
Oh, monitor right across the back of CM Punk's skull.
And again, it's legal. As was that steel chair shot. My God, Jeff Hardy is having an out-of-body experience.
What a beatdown we're witnessing.
This chair is dented. And again, this right in CM Punk. Caught it dead on.
Punk is knocked out. And Hardy perhaps could go claim the title right now, but instead picks out the biggest ladder I've ever seen.
But what's Hardy going to do with this ladder is the question. Is Jeff Hardy thinking at this moment about... I've So I ask my own damn question. I don't know what Hardy's thinking. CM Punk looks to be out cold.
Don't do it, Jeff.
Being attended to, but let's remember this match isn't over.
Hardy refusing medical attention.
Can Jeff Hardy survive the most astonishing things we've ever witnessed? CM Punk beginning to climb. One leg. Hardy trying to match him run for run, but Punk's got a head start.
And now Hardy had his fingertips on the title.
Hardy fighting with all his heart and soul to retain the world title.
And now can Hardy unhook it?
Punk's go right the bad ribs, right those injured ribs, and Hardy crashes and burns. Will it be for the last time? The shot to the ribs, and CM Punk has won the world title.
The winner of this match and new World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk.
It was as devastating a TLC match as we've ever seen, and Punk is victorious.